You guys could hear me? Just checking to make sure. Zach. You guys can hear me properly? I'm just making sure. I know there's a delay. I have to kind of get used to that a bit. Perfect. So, what do you guys want me to do? Create players or create some jerseys and stuff right now, or what? Because I could do either creating some players for like the Buffalo Sabres where I'm at, or we could go into making some jerseys and stuff for some of the teams I haven't done yet. How's it going, Benjamin? Jared, I see you too. Sounds good, Jared. I think my 2003 spreadsheet should help you out quite a bit once I get that out. It probably won't be until I actually get my series started with that, so. Not too much, Benjamin. How are you? I think we'll do some created team right now. While I wait for you guys to decide if you want me to create some players or teams, because right now at the moment I've done jerseys up to Montreal, so I still have to do like Nashville all the way to like Washington, so might as well work on some jerseys to start it off with. Also, I want to quickly show you guys one thing, if I could open up my OBS. So I'll show you guys the spreadsheet a bit so far. So if I could put this to 125. So right now this is the spreadsheet that I've been working on. It's not public yet, so you guys won't be able to see it. But you can make, there's all the players literally for every single team. Some draft class additions, how to make the jerseys as well for each team. Like if I could zoom out a bit. We got like jerseys that you can make for each team. Basically all the facial info, which is not necessarily like, it's not 100% accurate, I would say, but some of it is decently accurate. And also stuff to do with the arenas. So if you guys ever want to build this roster yourself, there'll be a link in the video that I actually make, like the roster overview video, which probably won't be for quite a few months, but yeah. So yeah, let's make some jerseys. So I guess, yeah, we'll just do Nashville because we'll continue in the order that I was at before. If you have any questions about roster builds and stuff like that, you could also let me know in the not in the comments, in the chat, and I'll do my best to answer them because I've been doing these roster builds now for like the last few years. So, and also if you guys didn't see, I am wearing a Anaheim Mighty Ducks jersey. Decided to wear it because it's like the most iconic jersey probably from that 2003 season. So, but yeah, let's see. So let's get into details. So Jared, when are you starting your 2001 build, or have you already started it? Because like I was saying, my 2003 spreadsheet probably will help a bit with that. I wish I would have done a spreadsheet for my 1999 build, but I didn't end up doing that back in those days because I didn't actually pay attention to facials. So I'll try and do as much roster work in this stream as I can, but I also want to interact with you guys a bit, find out a bit about your favorite players and stuff from back in those days, if you have any. Oh, Benjamin, you're a Sabres fan? I don't mind the Sabres. I do have some bad memories of them though from when I became a fan and they eliminated my Sens in like 2006. You've already started. Perfect. Well, maybe some of it will actually help me out too if you want to ever comment some of the stuff, or if you do have Twitter, because I think you do follow me, you could always send me some stuff over might be able to use some of it in my build if you want. Okay, so NSH is more than likely the abbreviation from back in those days, and their arena was the Gaylord Entertainment Center. I forgot to also mention actually my spreadsheet. Oh yeah, you guys don't even see shit. That's one thing I have to do, is I have to change the feedback. Oops. I have to kind of get used to that. Oh, you're about to work on Mike LeClaire. Huh. I already did the Ducks roster, and this I could show you my Mike LeClaire in a bit. But yeah, the Entertainment Center in Nashville. Huh, that's a lot of teams there, Benjamin. Seems like you like the Atlantic Division too. Entertain. Wait, entertain. Oh, I'm spelling it wrong. I need to make sure I spell stuff right as well, because it's kind of hard to multitask to an extent. Like, I don't know how people like Toogie does it. So, Entertainment Center. And no for that. And for team prestige, I'd try and make this somewhat accurate. So at this point in time, Nashville wasn't a huge hockey market, so I'm going to put average and medium market, and fan base is going to just be typical, because I try and keep it as similar as possible. Local popularity, I think Nashville doesn't have any other professional sports teams, if I'm not mistaken, unless the Tennessee Titans and stuff like that play around there. But we'll just put average local, average national, and we'll put 3, because it's probably, yeah, it's a pretty new arena at this point in time, so we'll put 3s on across the board just to keep that somewhat realistic. And then for logos, we only have one logo we could use for Nashville, which is a bit of a pain in the ass. Like, they don't have any of the shoulder logos they used to have, so we're gonna have to be stuck with using this this logo that they currently use. And we're going to have to adjust some of the stuff. Yeah, what's up, Oscar, or After the Storm, I'll call you. Speaking of which, if you haven't checked out After the Storm, go do so. He's also pretty awesome, but you should probably check it out after the stream, just because I don't want you guys leaving right now. Oh yeah, the Memphis Grizzlies. I almost forgot Memphis was in Tennessee. That's what happens when you're a Canadian. You just don't pay as much attention to the States as you would like it. Well, I try not to pay too much attention to the States, actually. So custom colors, we should probably do that. Wow, are you serious, Oscar? Of course, when I stream, Cody Ceci signs with the Penguins. So actually, speaking of Cody Ceci, when I used to work at Canadian Tire Center, I actually saw Cody Ceci like in the loading docks, and I actually said hi to him, and he's a pretty friendly guy. He seems a bit timid and shy, but he's pretty cool. Oh, you're on PS4, Benjamin? Huh. But still, though, that's weird. Cody Ceci is a Penguin. So, like, yeah, that defense, I mean, if they still had Jack Johnson and, like, Goodbranson and stuff like that, that defense would be, like, an all-meme team, to be honest. Thanks, Oscar. Also, Oscar's the mod, so don't be spamming the chat if you ever feel like it. Don't spam the chat. Okay, so let's go to out of this damn color wheel. Is the gray written this time? No, this is like the navy blue portion. It's hard to do this while I'm actually talking to you guys as well, but I probably won't get as much done as I would like to, but I would rather kind of just interact with you guys a bit, just to start off NHL 21. Hopefully we could maybe do a bit more of these streams as well at a later date. Okay, so... Oh, you're on PS4 as well, Jared. Of course, I'm the only Xbox person, but... Actually, speaking of Xbox, I pre-ordered already a Series X, but I don't know how much I'm going to be actually using it for YouTube, because I'm not going to be able to, like, really record, I don't think, in 4K, because I still have an original Elgato game capture device. So, okay, so I think it is blue for that zone. I'm trying to look at my image on the other monitor at the same time as I'm looking in front of me. Also, I have to kind of hunch down to my mic because I don't know how much it will pick up my voice. Probably will from a decent distance. So yeah, blue for this portion, and then I think I had, wait, what color zone was this? That was the inside. That's a gray zone, so we'll probably use this gray. I just want to make sure I'm making it the exact same as I had it. Thanks, latest. I think you're subscribed. I think I remember seeing you in the comments before. I appreciate it. It's a lot of work, but it's pretty fun once you actually get the build done. Or if you even do like a couple teams, it's kind of fun just to like sit back and watch a few games, you know? Okay, so we'll use a similar gold to they have now, and then I think we just need white pretty much in this zone, and it should be pretty decently accurate. We can't make it exact same because the logo from them back in those days had like a triangle thing in the back, so. Oh yeah, that's true. The load times on Series X are definitely a lot faster. Yeah, maybe I will. I might have to upgrade to like an Elgato HD60 like I recommended to you, Oscar. I'll keep calling you Oscar just because I don't know, or I could say ATS, I guess, but. Oh, Benjamin, you've been playing NHL 19 and 20? Huh. Are you going to be getting NHL 21 soon, or? Okay, so that's white as well. And then the eye, I think, is yellow as well. It's hard to tell from the image I'm looking at, but I think it's yellow as well. And that doesn't look too bad. We'll see how it looks once we actually get the jersey built. I didn't actually take note of the jersey styles yet on my spreadsheet, which means I'm going to have to actually look for the exact one I used. So the primary color for the Nashville back in those days was pretty much navy. They also did have, yeah, probably yellow would be their secondary, and then white would be their third color. It's also annoying because they don't have like the crazy saber-tooth logo from the alternate jersey. Also, I might not switch between scenes a lot so you guys can see the spreadsheet, just because like I do want to save some of it for later, obviously, and at the same time it's hard to kind of do this all at one time. So, but yeah, once we get into like making some players, if you guys have feedback on overalls and stuff like that, I'm always open to potential changes, but most of it I'd like to keep the same because for some reason my sims are pretty accurate even though I do just randomly throw out numbers. So okay, so what jersey number did I use? Now that is the question, because I did not take note of that and I have to put it still into the spreadsheet, so once I do release this, you guys could be able to know which ones you have to use. Which one did I use? There's a couple teams I didn't write down for this. Okay, so it's one with customizable insides. Huh. I'm gonna just get off OBS for a second and look at this thing to see how his stats are going. Nice 6 likes. Thanks everybody for the support so far. This reminds me of the time I wasted an entire summer trying to make 2008-09 roster in NHL 16. Only got 20 teams done. Yeah, I used to, like when I was a kid, at least in like NHL 09 time period, I used to like try and update my rosters as much as possible, because I don't think I've ever mentioned this, but like basically my NHL 10, 11, 12, and 13, all the discs cracked because the old Xbox 360 cases were really hard to take out games. So like literally I broke a few games and I had to try and update my NHL 09 all the way till like 2014. And then I kind of, after, once it became like on the Xbox One, I got every single game as it came out, because I was actually, like, I actually had a job by then and whatnot. So okay, which jersey was it? I don't even remember which jersey I used. Oh, this is gonna be a pain in the ass. Let's see. It might have been this one. Yeah, I think I actually did use the Washington one. I think. Maybe not. I don't know if that's even the Washington one. No, I don't think I used this one, actually. I definitely used someone up here, I think. Oh, it might have been this one. No, it's not, I don't think. Yeah, this is going to be annoying. Trying to figure out which one I used. Oh, maybe it was this one. Maybe. No, I don't think it was that one. I don't want to use a different one because I like to keep it consistent. Oh, it was definitely this one. Yeah, it was this one. So jersey style number 41. If you guys are playing at the same time, you could, if you want, make an old Nashville jersey. But I recommend just using EA's jerseys that they have. unless you are really like good with like finding colors and stuff like that, like I am. So we'll change this to navy blue is what I had it set to. Hashtag 1 goal. What is that from Benjamin? I don't think I recognize that hashtag. Is it a thing that they do for Nashville or what? Let's set that to blue. And I think, yeah, the second zone I set this as well to blue, just so it blends in with the blue arm thing. And then this one was yellow, or the golden kind of yellow. And then for the bottom we set both the blue just as well. Hopefully these end up looking decent, because I don't want to be like looking like a fool making these rosters on here, but I'm kind of better when I'm doing it like not in front of people. But yeah. Oh, it is the Preds hashtag. Okay. Yeah, I haven't really followed much with Nashville Predators since like Mike Fisher retired, because like Mike Fisher used to be like my mom's favorite player. So, and yeah, he was one of my favorite players actually for a while too, because I actually met him when I was like really young into like being a hockey fan. Like I think it was probably like 2003 or 2004. I think I met him at like the Rogers house, or like I think it was like a walk for Rogers house or something like that. I met him quite a few years back then. Oh, you're also a fan of the QMJHL? I'm guessing you like the Rimouski Oceanic based on your logo, so you must be like a Lafreniere fan. Let's see. Font wise, we did use font number 8. So if you guys want to know which one's the Nashville font, this is font number 8. And the main color is the navy blue on this jersey, and then, god damn it, it didn't move over. And then the outline is yellow. And then this part would be normally white, but we can't make it white because obviously white on white doesn't work. As a UI UX designer, I kind of know about that. So, and then on the outside, it's also blue and yellow. But so guys, answer me some questions. What do you guys think of like, what do you think or who is your favorite player from like back in those days? I know after the Storm or Oscars, obviously he had like Cheestov and whatnot, but what else do you guys like from back in those days? Favorite jerseys, anything like that? Because I really like hearing stories like that. So okay, so we used the just in basic. Yeah, that's what I thought, Benjamin. So you must be like from Quebec or something, correct? Or you must be from, maybe you could be not from Quebec. You could be from like the Maritimes too, potentially, or just from the United States. Who knows? Okay, and sock number is the last sock number. Also, Benjamin, when did you become a fan? How long have you been a fan of hockey in like the Rimouski Oceanic for? Because for me, it's weird. I'm like coming close to being like a fan for like 20 years. Like in the next 3 years, it'll be 20 years that I became a fan. So more than half my life. But I feel like that's the same for most of us. Okay, so this top part as well will make white, and then this will make yellow. And then that should be pretty solid almost, except for the gloves and the helmet. I don't even know if this is going to look as the way I had it on my spreadsheet, but it doesn't really matter. I could always update the screenshots in it. Oh yeah, the Minnesota jerseys from this area. I could actually show you guys some of the jerseys I've already created after I am done with Nashville. Just because it's obviously like that way I could actually talk to you guys for a bit. Like it's kind of hard to focus on making jerseys and stuff like that at the same time. So we still have 2 jerseys to make after we finish these ones up. Oh, I need some water. Gotta stay hydrated. I have like my window closed, but I don't even know how warm it is outside. Also, you like the Sabres jerseys, Oscar? Yeah, the Sabres jerseys, I have one of those, like the white one. I think I shared it on Facebook. Oh, Espen Knutson? Really? Okay. Oh, you're from Rimouski, Benjamin, or? Okay, I don't think I had any white on this. Yeah, this is all blue. But Espen Knutson's like from Norway, like, so he's one of those only guys that came from. I don't know, is he Norway or Sweden? I know he's from like a Scandinavian country. I think he's from Norway. And it's weird because Columbus has had a few Norwegians actually, because they also have or had what is his name, Ole Christian Tolson, if I'm not mistaken. And if any of you don't know who that is, well, he's just a defenseman that used to play for like the Blue Jackets, I think also Detroit, but not really. He wasn't in the NHL super long. You traded him for Pascal Leclerc, huh? Pascal Leclerc, wow. That reminds me of the Sens days from 2010. Like those days where like Matt Karkner scored like an OT winner. That's pretty cool, Benjamin. And oh, yep, he is from Oslo. Yeah, I figured. Because I think I actually made him in my 1994 build. Because for my 1994 builds, I had quite a few European-based teams. Like this one, there's only going to be one European-based team. But I think I did make him for the Swedish team, or he was a potential one I could have made. So what jersey number did I just use again? Oh, it's this one. There you go. At least I found it faster this time. And we'll set the logo to this. And I think that is good on that front. Now we just need to adjust the colors. Also, if you guys need to, like, I didn't actually, I think I mentioned this briefly on YouTube. I don't remember for sure. I am working on making a custom roster type of website that shows how to make all these old jerseys and stuff like that. But I feel like I don't know if it's going to be really necessary, because I feel like EA is going to be updating the custom space, like, for NHL, like, eventually. Because, like, if I was ever a game changer, I would probably push them to definitely be changing and updating the creation suite a bit, because it hasn't really changed much since 17. Oh, Oscar, you got Leclerc and Knutson for, but you can't remember the rest. You'd have to find an episode. Oh, is that in your, like, your YouTube series, or no? Oh, that's, yeah, okay. Oh yeah, the Rimouski Oceanic have been pretty good for like quite a while. I think I haven't followed really junior hockey, so I can't say for sure, but I know they've had obviously some really good players like Crosby and then Lafreniere. I think there's been quite a few Penguins players that have gone there. That's why a lot of people were like, if Lafreniere goes to Pittsburgh, I'm done with hockey, right? So, because I think like Sebastian Caron used to play there. Don't remember who else. Also, I don't know how long this delay is between my voice and the chat, but hopefully everything is good. Like, hopefully there's not any, like, problems with my internet. There shouldn't be. But yeah, if you guys want to see more streams and stuff like that in the future, let me know. I might be willing to do one maybe a month or something like that, but it really depends on how I am with work, because I work every, like, day during the week, so. And then I pre-record videos on the weekend. Like, I actually pre-recorded a video already this morning, which technically I really shouldn't have, because my voice is going to probably end up going on me, so. Oh, versus the Quebec Ramparts in overtime. There's been some good players, actually, from Quebec Ramparts as well. There's also been some big busts, though, because, like, if I'm trying to think of, like, yeah, I think, what's his name? Angelo Esposito used to play there. There's been some good prospects, though, from the Q in the last few years. I used to really follow Halifax to an extent, like at least like a couple years ago, because one of my favorite goalies that unfortunately didn't get signed was Alexei Gravel, because of my NHL 17 series I did way back. So Jim Vandermeer, Dennis Seidenberg, Jeff Hackett to Columbus for Espen Knutson and Pascal Leclerc. Wow, that sounds like a one-sided deal, because if this is, yeah, this is 2004 you're playing. So Dennis Seidenberg, solid defensive prospect. I don't know if he was really hyped up back in those days. Jim Vandermeer, not bad. Jeff Hackett's probably getting old at that point, but you get a young Pascal Leclerc, and then Knutson, I think at that time was pretty old because he was actually a pick of the Mighty Ducks, I think in like the early 90s. So, interesting deal there, Oscar. Okay, so that should be good. But yeah, what do you guys think about these Nashville threads so far? Looking good? Because I think they look somewhat accurate. Obviously, I can't make them 100% accurate, but might as well try to be as best as we can. There you go. And then this needs to be blue, because it looks ridiculous when it's red. There you go. Michael Jolie is Rimouski Oceanic's goal in overtime to win the cup. Oh, Michael Jolie. I don't think I ever heard of who that is, but I know I've heard of the last name Jolie. I wonder if he's related to that guy that used to play for like the Caps and like the Detroit Red Wings back in like the 70s and 80s, like way before my time. And thanks, Jared. Yeah, I'm trying my best to get them as accurate as possible. Sometimes like you have to use logos that don't really make sense, like the new Sens logo / old Sens logo is not in the game yet. So unfortunately, my Sens jerseys won't look 100% accurate right away until they actually patch that in, which I'm hoping is kind of soon. I hope they don't actually have to wait till the regular season starts, because that's still for quite a while. Oh, Michael Jolie plays for the Colorado Eagles. Okay, I didn't know that. So he's like an AHL player for the Avalanche. Okay. So he's got some pretty good players to play with, I guess, down there, because Colorado's been growing their prospects really well. Like, I don't know about Shane Bowers, but they've had some... Obviously, they have, like, one of the best prospect pools in the league, or one of the youngest, best youngest teams, I think, in the league. They used to be actually my second team when I started watching hockey back in, like, 2000s. 2002 or 3. My first ever game I actually went to was against the... the Atlanta Thrashers, surprisingly. But what's kind of sad about that game is I actually Dan Snyder was in that game, and it was one of his last NHL games before the tragic off season. So yeah, it's pretty sad. But I am glad to at least I got to experience a game with him in it. But I don't remember anything about it, to be honest. Even though my journal from back in those days as a kid does actually have who scored in it. Like, I guess I was a hockey nerd right away when I started watching it, because I wrote down exactly who scored in my journal. And I actually have, like, a Zdeno Chara bobblehead from back in those games. Okay, so we just need to get these blue, and then we can make that yellow jersey, which... I don't mind it. I don't know about you guys, how, like, if you could at least picture it off the top of your head. You older guys definitely will. I don't know about Benjamin because he's younger. But, yeah, the yellow Preds jersey from the 2000s, I don't mind it. Obviously, that color is a bit gross, but it kind of looks pretty cool. I wouldn't mind owning one. Go Knicks. I don't know what that means, but okay. Probably as a player or a team. Yeah, it's kind of a different jersey. Like, I mean, from a design standpoint, I see, well, like, the blue and the yellow looks good together usually. Like, on this jersey, it looks pretty good. But just, like, how it's all yellow. Like, I mean, if it was the yellow they currently use on their jerseys, I think it'd be fine. But it's kind of more like a mustard color, I guess you could say. I don't even know how to explain it really, but... Okay, so let's see. I have to scroll over and see what we got for that jersey. So that's a different jersey style. I think that's jersey style 60-something. Because I do use that jersey quite a bit. Like, if you guys are into customizing jerseys, I use jersey number 61 quite a bit for my roster builds, so... Huh. Oh, Benjamin, you really like the Predators jerseys? Okay, so we are going to... We're going to use not this gold that I had before. We're going to have to find a new gold, which is pretty much going to be like somewhere in this range. And then it's going to be probably somewhere around here. It's closer to the brown spectrum almost. Yeah, that's pretty accurate, I think, for the brownish gold color. That also might be a bit too light, but it's hard to get the exact colors, so I guess I'll just use that. Looks pretty close. And it actually looks close to the Golden Knights new jerseys. Speaking of those jerseys, what do you guys think about the Golden Knights new alternate jerseys? Because I don't know if I'm really a fan of the all gold jerseys. Let's put this as white. And then we'll set this to blue, this bottom portion. Humble and strong, yeah, for sure, Benjamin. Yeah, that was also a pretty sad incident. There's been quite a few sad incidences since I became a hockey fan in the NHL. Like, too much players gone way too early. There you go. Oh, you don't mind it either, Jared? So you must like golden colors, I guess, to an extent. Oh, wait, actually, that needs to be gray. I didn't mean to do that. And this needs to be blue as well. I might have to touch these up after the stream, but I mean, as long as you guys get to see a little bit of how I do my stuff for this roster build. Also, the most tedious part about roster building, which a lot of you probably haven't got to experience yet, because I would assume you don't get to you don't do actually these builds, but there is a lot of movement you have to do in terms of the rosters. Like, you have to actually drop players that are in the NHL to free agency and then to Europe. And then you also have to lower a lot of like the younger guys because they appear in the draft if you don't lower them and all that sort of thing. So, oh, you don't like them, Sync? Yeah, I don't like them either. Like the Golden Knight jerseys. Yeah, they're a bit too. I don't know how to really put it. Like I compared it to like Ronald McDonald and his yellow kind of uniform and look to an extent. Okay, so I'll put that like this. Okay, that looks solid. And then fonts is the same font again. At least Nashville's consistent in font use because some teams aren't. And then we're going to go blue here. And we'll go white there. I should probably try and not to hunch over to my mic too much. Like, let me know how you guys think of the audio if I just talk back like right here. Because I need to, like, I just don't want to hurt my back too much. So, let's see, let's adjust. This has to be blue. Also, my cat is meowing, so hopefully you guys don't hear that. Because he is pretty loud when he wants to be, because he gets fed usually at 4 o'clock, which is pretty much when I think I might end the stream around 4. I don't know. I might go longer if you guys want to actually see stuff till later on tonight, but we'll see. The only reason I'm streaming really today is because my dad and mom are out, so. Snipe is back on the grind, I see. Yes, Damien, I am. As soon as the game comes out, you know, that's what I gotta do. Like, literally, as soon as I got, like, the 10-hour trial, I actually started on the roster build right away. So. Because, like, I think I've already used... Oh shit, I meant to time myself, but I guess I could use this stream for reference. But basically I've been timing myself actually on this roster build so far. Like, before this stream started, I was already at like 15 hours, I think, in terms of my roster build. So I've been putting in a lot of time already. You want to see stuff go on. Wait, what is that referring to again? Because I'm trying to remember what I just said, and then like... it's the like the lag between me and you guys seeing what I'm saying. Okay, so that's good. And then let's see, socks. Yeah, we got also the same socks again. You made your own custom team with all created players in NHL 20. Oh, the Spikester. Okay, I thought that was... Wait. Wow, the Spikester, you have the pretty similar logo to After the Storm. If After the Storm is still here. I didn't even realize almost. Oh, that's pretty cool, Spikester. Yeah, for this roster build, it's going to be 700 players I'm making, which is pretty crazy. Like, I think that should be probably the max you can make in this game. I know for a fact, and it's definitely, you could only make 600 forwards and defensemen total. But I think the maximum is for these like builds is 100 goalies. I haven't tested that yet, but hopefully this roster build will let me know that. Okay, so that looks good for the socks. And then we're going to adjust the helmet color and the gloves. And yeah, that needs to be black. That's good. They don't need a decal, and they just need a gloves color. You can make 800 players total, Spikes, or have you actually done that before? Because if you can make 800 players, I could also make an extra 100 goalies for my 2003 roster build that I'm working on right now. Like I currently have it set up as basically each team has their basic 18 players or whatever it is, but then every team at least has one depth guy. Some teams have multiple depth guys, and then goalie wise, I made 100 goalies. So, or well, I will be making 100 goalies. So, yeah, that should give me room to go another extra 100 goalies if needed. But yeah, these jerseys are turning out pretty good, I think. At least for somewhat looking like them. Considering I'm streaming at the same time, I'm actually not doing a bad job. Because like literally, like I said, like it's a lot of details that you have to get right to make it somewhat authentic. Like I don't like making it like unrealistic to an extent. That's why I try and use my overalls as much as I can, because sometimes you guys might have an opinion on an overall, but it doesn't simulate the way I want to. So you've done it before and the game crashed on after you made the last player, Spikester? Huh. Well, maybe I won't make the extra 100 goalies then, because I don't want my game to just crash a lot with the roster build, obviously. So here's the final Nashville jerseys so you guys can see them. They look pretty solid. I'll go back to my spreadsheet quickly so you guys can see the spreadsheet in comparison. So as you can see, these are the 3 jerseys I literally just made. So we got the home jersey, which is the white one, the navy one, which is the away, and the alternate, which is the yellow jersey. So I think we did a pretty good job with that. We also got to adjust our arena stuff, but I didn't actually put that all in, but I will probably just have to guess at this point, and then I could adjust it later, because I don't really think I'll look up images of the arena and stuff right now. I don't know. Okay, let's switch this back to main feed. There you go. Okay, so good stream is still healthy too. So yeah, those are the jerseys. I think they look pretty solid. And then we got to get into the arena details. I'm going to just set the base, I think, to leave it at 1 for now. I might change it when I actually get my roster build work done after this. Oh, you're making the Thrashers jerseys right now? If you want, Jared, I could show you them after I finish this part. Because my Thrashers jerseys, I wouldn't say they look great, but they don't look bad either. Let's make this yellow as well, and then this part we'll make white, even though I don't know if that's accurate to what the Gaylord Entertainment Center actually looked like. So this will make team colors. There you go. Oh, the team name is the Toronto Bulldogs. Pretty cool, Spikester. I like that name. It actually kind of mixes with like Hamilton Bulldogs and Toronto, so it's kind of neat. Okay, Jared, yeah, I'll show you after I finish this up. Just because I got to get this done, and then I will show you guys some jerseys I've made. I'll show you Atlanta first, and then I'll go through some of the teams I've done so far, even though it's kind of spoiling a bit my roster overview whenever that does come out. Also, when I create teams, usually if I can't find out what the Jumbotron exactly looks like, I usually go with number 5. And yeah, Oscar it is, but I use created teams always for this, so like I want to try and like I'd have to go back and forth between menus basically. So at this stage I'm just gonna guess a bit. I do have some of it written down, but I'll try and make it as accurate as possible for the time being, because I try and base it off the actual arena from back in those days. So like if the seat colors changed, I would rather it be more authentic than it is now. So it's a lot of work, but I try and make it as awesome as possible. And yes, Benjamin, Humboldt strong for sure. Hasn't it been like 2 or 3 years since that happened? Feels like it's been ages. Okay, and let's get this blue as well, and that is good. We also got to make navy trim, and we also got to make navy railing colors. I don't usually adjust the stair colors because they're gray anyways, but let's see. So this should be navy as well. I don't even know if this is accurate right now. Also, hopefully YouTube doesn't like me, or does like me for, what was I gonna say? Basically, since this arena is called Gaylord Entertainment Center, I just hope it doesn't like flag me because I say that. But that's the actual name of the company from back in those days, which is really, it's a different name for a company, I'll say. Okay, so that's good. I think I'll adjust this line as well to this one. And then in terms of arena presentation, we'll put the goal light to classic. Also, the menus are pretty much faster than they used to be. Spikes here. Also, check out my 2 custom link jersey videos eventually. It's called. Yeah, I'll check those out probably afterwards if I remember. I'll probably have to rewatch this stream a bit though to see what you guys say, because it's gonna be hard to remember, especially if we stream all the way till like 4 or later. Not sure which template it is, but I'm pretty sure I haven't built a new one. Okay. Let's see, goal horn. The goal horn's literally the exact same, I think, as it used to be back in the day. So we'll just go to a preset Nashville goal horn. So hopefully this audio isn't too loud when I click this. Because I hope it's not too loud. It's a little loud in my ear. And we won't adjust the songs because we definitely don't want those copyright strikes, especially when we're getting close to 1,000 subscribers, which is absolutely ridiculous. In that sense, I also like to thank you guys for that, though. The support has been really great since like we started YouTube like a few years ago, and it's crazy that we've managed to actually almost get to 1,000. Okay, so we're gonna assign currently. Oh, we got a, what was that, subscriber? I just got an OBS Streamlabs. Yeah, it was, yeah, I think that's a subscriber, or is that? Yeah, it was probably a subscriber. Yo, what's up, thumbs or Owen, whatever you want me to call you, I don't even know. 3 thumbs up. Go subscribe to that dude. He shouted me out yesterday in his stream. He just reached 1,000 as well, so congratulate him on that. He's a really cool dude. One of the most consistent franchise mode channels out there as well, if you guys like franchise mode, which I assume most of you probably do if you're subscribed to here. I don't know, but yeah, so we'll just put the current roster there. And I don't usually touch the mascot for teams in these builds, but oh, you made the Atlanta Flames spikes here. Huh, cool. Yeah, I made the Atlanta Flames jerseys as well in NHL 20 because I was actually debating about doing kind of like a battle of the defunct teams, but I didn't end up doing that because I like ran out of time with NHL 20 pretty much. And speaking of which, I need some more water. Well, not speaking of which, but holy crap, wearing a jersey in this heat and then also like having my window closed is not really a good idea. So if I die of heat stroke, you guys know why. Okay, so Nashville is good. So you wanted to see the Atlanta Thrashers jerseys, Jared? I'll show you those quickly, and then we'll also show you guys some of the other teams I've done so far if you want. I won't show probably them all just because, or else it might spoil too much. But yeah, so this is what I made Phillips Arena look like in Atlanta. I think it looks pretty similar to it. In case you wanted to use this for reference, yeah, there's a blue trim as well, which is kind of different. And then the logos that I used for their jerseys, I used, what jersey logo number is that one? I know it's a custom logo. Actually, I have it written down in my spreadsheet. I should just look there. But yeah, anyways, I used this logo, and then I put like some brown, some yellow, some blue, and then this one I also added, just because it's kind of similar to like that, I think it's like a bird-shaped thing. So I used that, and then I also named navy blue, kind of like a burgundy color and a yellow as the team colors. So yeah, that's basically what I used in terms of that. Hopefully that helps out Jared a bit. And I'll also show you quickly the jerseys. So basically this is what I used for their home jersey. I think it looks pretty good. I wouldn't say it's really accurate, but it's not it's not definitely not the worst thing I've seen. So it doesn't look too bad. Oh, you used the modern T logo for them. I might look into doing that as well. I don't know. We'll see. But like, if you want to know the exact specifications for font and jersey numbers, just let me know, Jared, and I'll get to that. But yeah, so this is like the home jersey I did, and then the away jersey is this nice navy blue one. Looks pretty solid, I think. And then the alternate jersey, I don't think they had one, right? Yeah, they didn't have an alternate jersey at that point. Not until like 2006, so they won't have an alternate jersey for this build. But these are basically the two jerseys I did for them. So yeah, Jared, if you want to see anything, let me know. You want to see specifications, okay? Yeah, let's see. So jersey style, I use jersey style 61. Like I said, I use them quite a bit. So that's basically what I used for the main thing for, I think, for both jerseys. And then yeah, basically the colors, you could adjust those as you wish. You could also check back on this stream afterwards, because I think I'll have it posted to YouTube, so you could check back and make sure the colors are actually accurate to what you want to use. And then in terms of font specification, I used font 22. It's not the exact font that the Thrashers had, but it's somewhat similar. And what else did I do? Pants, I did put a logo on the pant on the right side. Well, it's on the left side from this point of view, but it's actually on the right side from like this type of view, so that basically is what I mean. And then sock wise, the sock style, I use sock style number 5, just because at least that way it gets 3 different colors in on that part. And what's with the question marks, Benjamin? Did you ask a question? Because it's hard to like look, like I have to look up at my TV to see the chat as well, because oh, you use the old Sense font. Yeah, I think I actually tried using that when I was making older roster builds, like before YouTube really, but I don't know if I actually, I mean, it's not a bad option, it's pretty solid, but that's, if you want to use the Thrashers ones, go ahead with these combos and they might look better, I don't know. And then yeah, basically the rest of that is pretty much how I did the home jersey. And then in terms of the away jersey, we used the exact same jersey number, I think. Yeah, we used jersey number 61 as well. I'll just rotate this a bit so you can see the colors on every single thing. Hopefully that helps. And then once again, we use this logo instead, and then fonts is the exact same font that we just used on the other jersey. And then in pants are the same, and I think the sock style is the same as well. Yeah, sock style is the same as well, except for the 2 bottom parts I made brown instead of like 3 different colors. So yeah, that's basically what I did for the Thrashers. Hopefully that helps you. And yeah, hopefully I didn't go through that too quick, but like I said, if I did go through it too quick, then you could always check back after the stream ends and then adjust accordingly. Okay, so any other jerseys you guys want to see right now? Or should we maybe make some players? I don't know. Because making players is not as interesting, to be honest. Like, it's a lot more tedious because I actually have to pay attention to overalls and stuff like that. Like, we could always just work on making more jerseys and stuff for now. I do have the Anaheim Mighty Ducks roster in Atlanta done as well. You want to make me to make the Toronto Maple Leafs jerseys? I think I could do that for you, Spikester. Definitely. It's pretty easy to make those jerseys, actually. Considering they have the vintage logo, it's not as hard as some teams are. So yeah, I'll get to those. Might as well, even though it's a little bit out of order since we did up to Nashville, I'll do Toronto for you. Because might as well, since we have, I think we have 10 viewers right now. Hello to all 10 of you. Hopefully you're having a good day if you just joined. And yeah, let's go create a team and create Toronto. But we won't do anything with any rosters, I don't think, yet, because there's a lot of roster bugs right now. I don't know if you guys have known, but there's a roster bug currently that basically players that are defensemen appear higher overalls in different screens, and it It's really annoying, especially with this roster build, so I'm hoping they patch that out pretty quick. And okay, awesome, Jared, good. So yeah, let's get these jerseys done. We have to put in this technical info first, which should be pretty easy. Maple Leafs. I think I've made most of these jerseys before, because if you guys have followed my channel since NHL 17 days, which I really doubt, but I actually had a 2004 kind of roster build that I did. Basically, I used current NHL players from that time period instead of actually creating every player myself. So, yeah, that I think I made most of these jerseys back in those days, so I'm pretty familiar with how to make them. Considering, like I said, the creative zone hasn't been tweaked at all. But yeah, let's adjust this to Maple Leafs. Can you show your 2003 Leafs jersey recreation, please? Yeah, Spikester, I'm making them right now because I haven't made them yet. Because I only did up to Nashville at this point. So I'll make them right now so you can see how I make them. And yeah, hopefully that helps you out if you're actually going to make them. They're pretty simple to do. Let's see, so we get that. We'll change this to Tor. Good old Tor. And we'll change this to the Air Canada Center. Man, that feels like ages ago as well, though, since Toronto played at the Air Canada Center, because I know it's the same building, but it changed to Scotiabank like 3 years ago, was it? Oh, Oscar, did you bop somebody or no? Or did Spikester, did you retract your message? Let's see, center. And also, like I said, if you guys have any questions about roster building, let me know, because I am definitely able to help you out with some of this a bit. Like, mostly for old rosters. Like, current rosters, I don't know anything about any prospects. I'll be honest, I'm not... Like, I'm a huge hockey fan, but at the same time, a lot of the prospects that are coming into the league, I have no idea anything about them, so... Okay, so the logo we use is this logo as the primary, but we do have to have two versions of this logo is the only thing. Because one is a blue logo and one is a white logo. Just because of the different jersey colors, so... Let's go to NHL colors, go to Toronto, because their colors have been the same pretty much. Let's go with that. Well, actually, we should do the white one first. Yeah. Just because that way it appears on the main thing. And we'll change that to blue. And then we'll go back and we'll add another one of that exact same logo. But how are you guys enjoying your weekend? What are you up to in terms of NHL? Have you enjoyed the game so far? Because I know personally I have. Like, I haven't really played, I would say, a whole lot. Like, I haven't played online at all. I've been doing more roster work and then also some franchise mode. And then obviously be a pro here on YouTube. But I haven't really played the game just for fun yet. Just because I would rather be getting content out for you guys. So... And then we also need, for the alternate jersey, we'll use the current Toronto Maple Leafs logo, since it's the closest to that other Leaf jersey. Huh. Okay. And yeah, we need to make this blue. We need to make the text white. Hi, King Angus. How are you? Welcome to the stream. We're just basically creating some 2003 jerseys, some 2003 rosters and stuff like that for my upcoming roster build. Speaking of which, if you guys haven't seen any of my old roster builds, you could check those out afterwards. I've done like a 1999 roster build back in NHL 19, and I did a 1994 one as well back in NHL 20, which was not too long ago. And eventually, once we're done all these rosters, we'll actually be doing a franchise mode with them. And no problem, Spikester. Always glad to make some content to personalize whatever you're watching. Whatever you guys want to see, I'm down for that. So, okay, so I think, what jersey number did I use? I used jersey number 89 for the primary. So that's the last one that's actually there. But you can pretty much use any jersey that has this in like similar look to it, and it will work fine. So I used white as the primary colors, obviously, because white is their home jersey. And then this is going to be blue. And this is going to be blue as well. And then this is going to be white. As you can see, it's kind of shaping up already to being looking like a Toronto jersey. Oh, that's awesome, King Angus. Glad he sent you here. How are you enjoying NHL 21? You having a lot of fun with it so far if you've played it? Or I think I saw you actually yesterday in his stream, if I'm not mistaken, because I was only there briefly. Because, like, yeah, I think I was watching near the end of my work shift, so. Okay, so that is good. And then we have to set the logo to the blue one, because obviously you can't put the white one on it. And then we won't have any shoulder logos, unfortunately, because they don't have the, like, the TML logo that Toronto used to use. And then font number, we used font number 6. So this one is pretty much the exact same Toronto one from back in those days, so that's what we're going to be using. And the primary color, we're going to set the blue. And I think, yeah, then it goes white and then blue again. So we'll adjust that. I think it's white, or is it gray? Let me just quickly slide over for a second. Yeah, it's gray, okay. So put it as gray and then white. I think, wait, actually not white, and then gray and then blue. Yeah. I think that's how it looks. I could be wrong. Nah, maybe, I don't know if it's gray or not. Oh wait, actually, I see what I'm doing. It's actually goes white and then gray. It doesn't go another shade of blue. I've done this before, I couldn't really see. Okay, that looks better, I think. Just going to that, the Leafs are going to win the cup in the next decade. Okay, I'm not going to say anything because I'm a Sens fan, but I mean, you do guys have a good young team. It's just more about your salary cap issues, which is kind of questionable. And your defense it's improving a bit, but at the same time, it's still not one of the best defensive cores I've seen. But obviously, like the Penguins one with not a great defense, so I guess anything's possible. But hopefully my Sens are there somewhat soon, even though Eugene Melnyk thinks we could potentially win within the next 4 years, which I don't see that's out of the question, but I don't know for sure. Okay, so let's set the logo for the right side to be in a white logo. That's good. And then the paint color is going to be blue. Hey, Canadian Eagles, how are you, man? Good to see you. Thanks for coming over as well from probably Thumbs, because I know he likes. I think, yeah, you were definitely in his chat yesterday because we talked briefly. Spectre still the same thing. Oh, wait, oh, you just said the same thing, Spectre. Yeah, I saw that. I wouldn't disagree, but I won't agree either. I think they're a good team, yes, but I don't know. I don't know. It depends. Like Joe Thornton's a good addition for his price, but I don't know. I don't know. There's some bit of iffiness with the team, like the defense, at least in my opinion. Like I'm not. I wouldn't say I'm a good expert with Toronto Maple Leaf stuff, but I'm just gonna guess that. Like I see them probably cracking past the first round eventually, but I don't know. I don't know. Just they don't have a whole lot of experience. And yeah, I thought so, Eagles, because we talked for like a bit. And I'm great. Yeah, just having a lot of fun with creating rosters, the usual stuff. I'm surprised actually people want to actually see this type of stuff, because like it's like menu streaming, pretty much like what Tugi says and stuff, right? If you guys have watched Tugi, which I'm pretty sure most of you have, considering Tugi has helped my channel grow quite a bit. So, because I don't know how long you guys have been following this channel for, but like almost 2 years ago actually is when EA shared out one of my videos, and it was my 1999 roster build, and that was a pretty big time for my channel. So, but yeah, if you're just getting started with YouTube, like literally just don't look back. Don't like look at anything negative. you could do it, honestly, because like I didn't think I was gonna even get 100 subscribers when I started, guys, and I'm getting close to 1,000. I don't know what we're at right now as I'm streaming. It's probably still at 960, I think, unless I've gained subscribers since I started streaming. I'm refreshed on my phone. Once it updates, we're on 962 now, so we are currently 38 subs actually from 1K. So I appreciate all the new subscribers that have come in through the stream as well. Thanks, Eagles. I appreciate it, man. I put quite a bit of work into them. Like, I don't know why I put so much work into them. Like, I actually started my spreadsheet back in November of 2019. So I've been kind of working on this build almost to an extent for like a year, which is pretty crazy to say that. Okay, so that looks good for the... Oh, actually, the gloves I didn't customize the exact way they should be. Let me just adjust those, because some glove colors are a bit different, so we should be actually adjusting this part to white. Not all players have the exact same glove styles, so which is kind of annoying. And then this should be blue as well, and then this should be white. I think that's pretty good. Yeah, that's more accurate. It's gonna be nice watching like the like these games when I get these roster builds done, because then I could watch like some good old Sens versus Toronto like matchups to an extent. Because like this Leafs team from 2003 and from 2004, I'm pretty like I remember them pretty well, because obviously with the big rivalry with my Sens. So okay, so once again we have to go to jersey number 89 for this jersey. Also, Spikester, I hope you are liking these jerseys so far. Hopefully they look like your Toronto Maple Leafs jerseys that you want. Who was it that subscribed? Like, it's hard to get my notifications because I have to... Let's see. Oh, wait, Eagles, what is that? I don't know what that is. It was some sort of notification. I couldn't even see really, but... Thank you for, I think it was a subscription probably. Just because, like, obviously, I think I turned off other notifications, so thank you for subscribing. There's going to be tons of, like, franchise mode content, be a pro content for this year, because I'm uploading 4 videos a week, starting next week probably, because, yeah, since franchise mode's actually usable now somewhat, so... Yo, what's up, AJ? And yeah, I heard a little bit earlier about CC signing in Pittsburgh. Pretty crazy. Like, I mean, like, he's not I wouldn't say he's a bad player, because obviously I've seen a lot worse of players over the time, but he's a cool dude. He's just not as good of a player as he should be. Because, like I mentioned earlier in the stream, I actually met him at one point. Because, like, I actually saw him in the loading docks at Canadian Tire Center. I was telling the stream earlier, and I said hi to him briefly. He seems like a bit of a shy guy, so he's kind of similar to me to an extent, which I'm kind of getting out of my shyness, I guess I could say. But, and speaking of which, that's actually why I only started YouTube. I actually didn't start YouTube at all for as a hobby. I did it more to kind of make myself more comfortable. So... it's a bit different than what most people start their channels for, I guess. Okay, so we'll adjust these to white. Also, do you guys like streaming here on YouTube better than on Twitch? Because I think it works almost better to an extent, because more of you guys are like subscribed here. Because I do have Twitch. I have streamed on Twitch one time in the past, I think. But like, I haven't really used it, and I only have like 7 followers, I think, on there, so I don't have as much of a following. So I think YouTube might be the best way to go. But if you guys think Twitch would be better for another stream, let me know. You could go find that. It's probably in the description of every video, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Also, if you have Twitter and you haven't followed me, you should go follow me on Twitter as well. How much did he sign for, AJ? Because I didn't hear how much he signed for. I heard he signed for 1 year. Did he get overpaid or no? Okay, let's adjust this to gray. Oh man, my hair's getting in my eyes. I should really get a haircut because, like, since quarantine has started, guys, I have not got a haircut since, like, February. So that's why my hair's so long. And it's kind of annoying, like, because right now, like, I'm wearing this Ducks jersey as well. And then also have my window closed, which I probably shouldn't. I might open it soon. But hopefully there's not too much noise outside because I kind of live in an area where there's a lot of kids. 1 year at 1.25. Not too bad. I mean, it's kind of like a low risk, maybe a bit of a reward. I don't know. Like, he might just be one of those defensemen that are on for all goals against, but at the same time, I think that's pretty solid for like a young defenseman. Like, he's only like 24, 25. So I believe somebody that my mom used to work with actually used to know him or something. I don't know. I think that's what my mom told me one time. Thanks, Spikester. It's not that hard of a jersey. Like, there's a lot of other jerseys that are really hard to get accurate. Toronto's one of the easiest ones to do. So, well, on this stream, I've only done 2 teams. Like, I'm almost done Toronto. So, like, I did Nashville, and I do have jerseys done from Anaheim to Montreal that I did off stream. I might get a bit more done for jerseys in this stream. I don't know. Unless you guys want to see some player stuff, I don't know about that. Because I could do some player stuff. But it is a bit more, not as interesting, I would say. So it's going to be fun making guys eventually like Brian McCabe for the Toronto Maple Leafs team. Just because, like, I remember those days pretty fondly. I have the Sens playing against, like, Brian McCabe, Thomas Caberlet. Oh, AJ, you made the Sens jerseys using my 94 stuff? Perfect. How did they turn out? Did they look as good as the ones I made? I think they probably should, considering you're pretty good usually with the colors and stuff for making jerseys. Because some people aren't really good when it comes to choosing the colors, because, like, I feel like, I don't know if it's mostly people that have design knowledge that are better with creating jerseys or what, but usually there's a lot of people that play, like, ECHL that have really horrendous jerseys. So, not that I've played much ECHL, or not ECHL, EASHL, my god. Can't even speak. But then again, I have recorded already a video to this, so my voice is probably going to be done after today, but I mean, I have to record a bit maybe after the stream as well, I don't know. Because I have to get a franchise mode episode out for Monday for our Detroit series, and oh, you used the new patch? Cool. Oh, my voice is trying to go on me. 1 second, guys. Okay, hopefully you didn't hear me clearing my throat, because, I don't know, that's just cringy when people clear the throat, but man, when I talk too much, like, it happens on YouTube as well, where I'm recording, and then, like, I get, like, to a part in the sentence, and my voice completely cracks out, and then it's just, like, I have to cut that out of the video, because it's annoying. No, I didn't Borth, but I do have them done from a prior, like, doing it offline, so I could show you after I finish Toronto, if you want. The jerseys aren't 100% accurate for Boston, but they are somewhat close. I'll show you after I finish these, like, jerseys for Toronto and then the arena. Okay, so for the alternate jersey, which is kind of weird that it's a white alternate, but I guess it makes sense because back in these days, yeah, it makes sense because back in these days they had white jerseys for home. Oh, you think streaming on YouTube is better? Yeah, I agree, Spikester. Let's see. Yeah, streaming on YouTube is probably definitely better because you guys, at least I think you get notified easier. Yeah, that needs to be blue. I don't know why these look gray on my screen. It could be because I have my brightness down a bit, but they look gray on my screen. Probably not to you guys, though. Yeah, Borth, I'll show you after I finish this for sure. Because they look pretty decent. I wouldn't say they look the best and the most accurate, but they're as best as I can. Okay, so that looks good. This needs to be blue as well. Unfortunately, there's no tie-up like the actual alternate jersey from back in these days. And that should be good. CC, put in the CC deal. Time to put the CC deal in. Huh. Oh, you're roster editing right now too, AJ? And I appreciate you being up at this time. I know it's a bit earlier. It's probably only like 11 a.m. actually for you now. Because we've already been streaming for over an hour. Which is crazy because literally time's just flying by. Pretty much like life in general. Okay, and we used font number 9 for this. And let's put this as blue. But what do you guys think? Stream till 4 o'clock, or would you rather me stream later than 4? Because I could literally stream as long as you want, but I might have to take a bit of a break. I don't know. Because my voice will eventually start to go on me at some point. Yeah, AJ, I figured because you already know this, but I'm actually originally from British Columbia. Lived there for a bit in the earlier years of my life, but not anymore. Player stuff would be boring to watch. Yeah, so you just want to see jerseys and stuff like that? Yeah, I figured that. So yeah, I'll just show jerseys and stuff. I could show you guys some players I've already built, like the goalies. Because the goalies are actually pretty fun to customize because you can see like the pads and whatnot. So, extra long stream, Eagles. I mean, I'm good until my voice goes, but I don't know when that will be because I have recorded in the past for like 3 or 4 hours. Not necessarily straight, but for quite a long time. Okay. So that is good. Oh, Spikester, I'm guessing you're in... Wait, if it's 3:40 p.m., you're an hour and a half ahead of me. You're probably in Newfoundland, my guess. Yeah, if you're an hour and a half, you're probably in Newfoundland. If I'm right, I'm not a stalker. I swear, I'm pretty good with guessing that. Guessing you're in Newfoundland. Okay, so these need to be jersey number, or pants number 1. There you go. This needs to be blue as well. These actually look pretty similar to the current Leafs jerseys. There you go, and then sock number will stay the same as well as the rest of them. It's annoying when they don't have the accurate sock though for jerseys, because like some of them I have to kind of throw out a random number. And then it's blue. Also, is the stream quality good right now, guys? I just want to make sure that I haven't dropped like any like frames or whatnot. I don't know really how that works because like I said, I have rarely streamed in the past. Wait, does this need to be white or blue? I forget. I think it's white. Yeah, it probably is white. Let's just check to make sure. Yeah, white. Okay. AJ says my modern build is going to be Frankenstein of Tugis 20 and 21 overalls along with my own. Good stuff, AJ. We're all a bunch of nerds, but it is good to be a nerd when it comes to rosters. Like, I've been doing like roster stuff like for quite a long time now. I'm probably in the same boat as like Tugi, where we both used to like edit rosters and stuff like that before we both even started YouTube. And good, Eagles, just wanted to make sure. Good. Because my internet did get a bit of an upgrade recently, like, and I wasn't sure, and my brothers are both, well, one of them is probably right now studying for a midterm, and then the other one is probably sleeping still because he was gaming till 4, but, yeah. So, okay, this needs to be blue. Yeah, streaming to YouTube is pretty easy, actually. I didn't realize how easy it was because I just, like, started up on Streamlabs OBS, and it's been pretty good so far. Like, really easy once you get, like, the settings right. I need to see how it sims and how EA treats it, like, Levo and Hoffman. Huh. I wonder if, like, EA should, like... It would be kind of neat, though, if EA should eventually make it so player morale is kind of realistic to real life. So, like, you have, like, the locker room cancers, like, maybe Jack Eichel's the locker room cancer. I'm not saying he is, but maybe he is. Or somebody that drags down the morale of the team in real life, like a Danny Heatley situation. That would be kind of neat, you know? But it's kind of hard to guess that, I guess. You have a Leafs Gilmore jersey, Spikester. That's pretty nice. I actually have a pretty solid jersey collection so far. I kind of got into them a bit because Tugi was getting into them on his streams. So I have like I think I have like 12 jerseys so far. Like, I mean, I could show more of them if you guys want to see more of the jerseys. But I would have to actually get up, and then you guys would see probably my Fallout pajama bottoms. Okay, so that's good. Let's see, now we got to get the arena done quickly, and then we'll show off the Boston jerseys just in case whatever his name was still here. Okay, so base architecture, I think we'll just leave. Actually, the Air Canada Center, I don't think I've ever been in it. I have been in Toronto multiple times when I used to work. That might be more accurate. But it's definitely a big arena. I think it has 3 levels as well, for sure. Maybe even 4. It's definitely not that small of an arena. That might be big enough. Yeah, that's probably close to the Air Canada Center slash... actually, it has a really, really weird roof. It's more of... Yeah, that's not the right roof. So we'll go with number 6, I think, in this case. And then this, we usually always just do most of the team colors. Some of this I don't put as accurate because I just kind of guess. So we'll just make those blue, and then we'll make this one white. And then we'll do the team colors because that's usually what I do for always for the inside of that. And roof color we will leave pretty much the same. Oh, your stream must be pretty far behind, Spikester. You do live in Newfoundland. That's what I thought. Okay. Tugi put Slater Cuckoo at an 87. Did he actually? Like, is he actually going to keep him as an 87, Slater Cuckoo? Because, like, I didn't catch all of last night's stream because I was... I wanted to not be super tired for you guys when it came to the stream, but I did watch a bit of his stream last night. Because I was there, I think, till like 12:30 or something. Maybe even 1 o'clock. Okay, so the seat color I wrote down, I don't think is accurate. I'm just going to make all the seat color blue. I don't remember what the Air Canada Center had for seats. But apparently, according to my stuff, I have it as blue, yellow, red, which I don't think is right. His overalls are crazy this year. Like, is he actually putting them as that high, or is he just being funny? Like, he's just doing it to, like, kind of mess with the people who do roster builds and whatnot. Because, I mean, I haven't, like, I do pay attention to his roster builds, but at the same time, I kind of have to focus on my own, or else I don't get enough out. Like, I don't even know what he had some certain players out last year. Like, I used his roster builds, actually, or his spreadsheet I was using, or his doc, whatever you want to call it. I was using it for NHL 2K8, which is kind of weird. Like, I haven't actually updated those rosters at all since, like, that video I posted, like, quite a few months ago. Wow, he's 100% serious. Okay. I mean, Kugu's a good defender, but I would say he's probably, like, an 81 to an 82 range at the most. Maybe an 80. Yeah, maybe even an 80. Like I said, I don't know much about current rosters that much, but I think he would be more of an 80. At least that's me personally talking. But I haven't looked at his stats. Actually, just needs to be blue trim. God damn it. There we go. Wow, that's awesome, Spikester. It's good that you've been keeping up making videos, because some people just like give up after a little while. Like, cause like when I started this channel, I didn't know I was gonna be going along as long as I have. Like, I've been doing videos as well since 2016. Like, I think I started on September 30th. Like, I think I had videos before then, but they weren't commentary videos. And then I eventually started up finally doing commentary when I wanted to get a bit more into YouTube, because I actually did make videos on an old channel, which I think I showed you guys on one of my videos way back. But yeah, basically I posted videos by videotaping my TV in like 2010-11. So I've been making videos technically as long as Nasher has in like 2BC, but obviously I'm a lot smaller. Craig says, well, analytically Slater Cuckoo is great. Oh, Okay, I haven't looked at his analytics, and I'm not really good with like in-depth stats to an extent, like like what is it? Yeah, I don't even know anything about really the in-depth statistics. So yeah, that's probably why I don't know how good he is. Okay, goal horn, we're gonna have to adjust this. It's probably, yeah, it's definitely similar to what they currently have, because I remember that goal horn. Yeah, it's so loud. The rest of that should be good. Let me just check. Did I set that to classic though? The presentation, I just gotta make sure I did that. Yeah, I did. Okay, good. Okay, so Toronto is pretty much done. I just need to add their roster, their current roster, because eventually we will substitute it out for our created players once I actually make players, which probably won't be in the stream unless you guys really want to see it. And one more player. There you go. Oh, he's in basing it off in depth stats, huh? Interesting. I wonder how that sims them. Like, is Slater Cuckoo gonna be like winning a Norris or something? But there you go. That's the Toronto jerseys for you, Spikester. Completed. And yeah, the roster, I don't know when I'll be getting to the roster because they'll be one of the last teams I do. But and Craig, now I'll show you the Boston jerseys. I actually did put a video out on Twitter, like a brief highlight of Joe Thornton scoring in a game with the goal horn. So this is what I made Fleet Center look like, because it was the Fleet Center back in these days. How much quicker how much quicker are you getting teams done now that the menus are so quick? I would say probably a lot faster, and then also my spreadsheet that I've been using for my roster builds that I actually make, that tends to help out the process a lot as well. So I mean, it still definitely takes a lot of work, but it is still a lot faster than it used to be, I think. So yeah, in terms of the Fleet Center, that's how I made it look. I don't know if it's 100% accurate. I went based off of images. You want to see how it's experimenting? Okay, AJ. And then in terms of the team jerseys, actually, wait, I want to show you guys something quickly. The logos. So we got the normal Bruins logo, but then we also used the Utah Grizzlies logo, I think it is, as the Pooh Bear, just because there's not really any other bear logos in this game. If you guys know the Pooh Bear from back in those days. Some of you are probably too young to remember it, but the Pooh Bear was pretty awesome. I'll show you guys my Pooh Bear in a second, which sounds really weird. Okay, so this is basically the home jersey. It's not really 100% accurate because obviously you have to, like, the actual jersey from back in these days had like a lot of it was a lot more of a longer black part on the top, so I couldn't really customize that too much, but I think the font looks decent. The logos obviously look good, so it's not too bad. And then the away jersey is just basically, it's pretty much reversed to an extent, but it's a black one, some yellow and white. Looks pretty similar to what they have now. And then the moment you've been all waiting for, the Pooh Bear, it looks like this. I think it turned out decent. I wouldn't say it's great because the logo is not as similar to the actual Pooh Bear. But yeah, this is basically what I came up with for the Pooh Bear. I mean, it's not bad. It's not great. But I mean, it still looks pretty decent when you see people like Joe Thornton wearing it in this game. So okay. So what else do you guys want to see? Do you guys want to see more teams getting made or what? Because I could still make some more teams. I could make some players, but obviously that gets a little bit boring after a while. Yeah, it's definitely hard to make the texture. One thing I actually could show you guys is a couple of the goalies quickly before we go back to creating teams, because I actually did create a couple goalies so far. You might have seen on Twitter, because a lot of people like XTech have been helping me out with retweets a lot. But and also this thumbnail, I'll show you guys the some of the goalies I built for this build so far and their gear. So thanks, Greg. I appreciate it. That's as best as I could do. I think I used that one for like a different build before. So, but yeah, I'll show you guys some of the goalie gear I've done so far. So, J.S. Jaguar, this is what I did for his gear. I'll show you a comparison quickly as well. So this is basically, I know it defaults it to his gear that here's his jersey that is the current Ducks jersey, but ignore that. his current pads and stuff like that look like this in my game. And then if we go ahead to the gear from an image, like let me open up Streamlabs again quickly so I could change scenes. So if I actually go here to good old Getty Images, I don't know if you guys use this site at all, but this is my go-to for my roster build. So when I'm doing facials and gear, so I'll do JS Jaguar 2003 hockey. And as you can see here, let's not do a personalized one. Where's a pretty good image to use? As you can see with some of these images, the gear is almost as accurate as you could make it. Because some of the gear that goalies use, like the cohos, are actually in the game, but some of the gear obviously you have to kind of play around with. But I think I made it pretty decently accurate in terms of how they look. Also, if you guys ever use Getty Images, it is really fun just to go and search any player from anywhere in the history and find like a lot of images from back in those days. So yeah, so anyways, let me switch this back to the main feed. So yeah, that is that. I'll show you guys a couple other goalies, but I won't show you the comparison to real life, but I try and make it as accurate as possible. And no problem, Spikester. Anytime, man. And Martin Gerber, I'll show you him, even though his gear wasn't in the game, but it's as accurate as I can make it. So he's got all black gear pretty much, almost similar to what he wore when he was a Senators player. And then the goalie helmet I had used the Worcester, yeah, it's Worcester, isn't it? Yeah, I think it's the Worcester Railers, or Worcester Railers, I don't know how it's pronounced. But I used the Railers helmet, mask, speak, goddamn. So yeah, that's what I used. And Atlanta-wise, we got quite a few goalies in Atlanta. Patsy Nurminen definitely brings back memories because, like I said, my first ever game I went to was against Atlanta. This is what I used for his gear. It looks pretty good. And also, since I'm using Winnipeg as the Atlanta team, he's in a Winnipeg gear right now. But when we get to the actual like franchise mode, he'll be in my custom Atlanta gear. So I know it looks strange right now, but it'll look fine once we get to actually playing with our rosters. We also have Byron Defoe, who I made. He's a pretty good English goalie from back in the day. There's his gear as well. I think it looks pretty decent because some of the pads you have to just use stuff that looks similar because you can't use the exact same ones. And hey, Benjamin, you're back, I'm guessing. How's your day going? And what else we got here? Milan Helenica, it doesn't really matter about. And because CV even is going to be in my build. So yeah, we have like 4 goalies in Atlanta. Just because I wanted to get to the 100 goalies in this build. And then Boston so far, I did make Boston's goalies and I made Buffalo's goalies. And then that's all I made for goalies so far. So we got Steve Shields, which his gear is pretty much accurate because I think he also wore cohos. Yeah, so this is what I made for his gear. And then we just used all white mask because he did have an interesting mask that kind of, I think, was to look like Gary Cheevers. Or Jerry Cheevers. Yeah, Jerry Cheevers from back in the day. So yeah, that's what I used. Looks pretty good. And then we also have Jeff Hackett. And we also have Andrew Raycroft and Tim Thomas. Shout out to Andrew Raycroft, Leafs legend. So here's Jeff Hackett. Looks pretty good in those Boston gear. Oh, AJ, you used to play goalie? Or what? Because, like, I knew you liked Demko, but I didn't know you used to play, like, any hockey, or did you even play hockey? Because, like, I never played hockey personally either. I was more of, like, a street hockey type of guy, but I definitely never played goalie much because I remember playing goalie a couple times and I was kind of, like, flopping all over the place, kind of like Dominic Hasek to an extent. And here is Andrew Raycroft, which I really like this one as well. His pads look really great. Oh, road hockey. Yeah, road hockey is a lot of fun. I haven't played in like 10 years because I don't really have the friends to do that. So, you want me to make Capitals jerseys next? I could probably do that after I've showed these goalies off, Spikester. If everybody else wants to see some Caps goalies. So yeah, that's Andrew Raycroft, and then also I have Tim Thomas. It's kind of gonna be weird with Tim Thomas how he pans out in this 2003 build because he was a really late bloomer to the NHL. He's 28 out of 78, and he's a high starter potential. So I don't know if he's gonna be really playing in the NHL in my roster build, but still might as well make him anyways. And yeah, street and road hockey was a lot of fun back in those days as a kid. I remember actually playing it like at one of my friends' birthday parties, and like we even made like a fake Stanley Cup out of like I think it was like a water jug and whatnot. And then in terms of my Buffalo goalies, I showed these on Twitter recently, well at least Martin Biron. I'll show Martin Biron and the other ones shortly. So this is Martin Biron. Obviously ignore the jersey again. Once again, it will be my actual Buffalo jerseys once I get to that, but it actually looks kind of cool in the blue jersey because I forgot to look actually at the new all like royal blue jersey to go back to the throwbacks. So yeah, that's what I use for his gear. And yeah, I won't show the other two, but we got Ryan Miller, who's going to be in this build, high starter potential, 22 years of age, 80 overall because he didn't really play much this year, and he's on his entry level deal too. And then we also got Mika Noren as backup, Canucks legend AJ. So yeah, that's basically what I've done in terms of goalies so far. So I guess we'll get into more jerseys because Spikester, you wanted to see me make the Caps jersey. Yeah, I could do that. I just have to pull up my Caps portion of my spreadsheet. Like I said, once my spreadsheet is done though, I definitely will get this out to you guys. And in the description of the video that I put out for that, which will probably be, I'm saying at this rate, might be December, might be even 2021. I don't know. Really depends on work. Okay, so let's make the Washington Capitals jerseys. Oh yeah, your graveyard goalie era, yeah, for sure. Tons of goalies during that time. Old Tyler Moss. I can't even remember who else. Tons of goalies though. And I think there was a couple other guys that like played one game and then never played again. Oh yeah, and like what's his name? Wade Flaherty and stuff too, I think was around that time period. Okay, so let's get those Caps jerseys worked on. My Caps jerseys don't look the greatest, I'll admit that right now, but we'll get to that after I put in this details. Also, I think Xbox must have updated their UI to like recently because this morning when I went on it, it felt different than it did yesterday. Most of the teams sucked, or most of them sucked. Yeah, there wasn't great ones. Obviously, Luongo, a great one for 2007-ish. But yeah, the rest of them, I mean, Alex Auld was solid. The rest, not really. Like Tyler Moss was a fringe NHL goalie. He never really became an actual like backup even to an extent. Like he was more of an AHLer. Okay, so Capitals, and we'll set this to Capitals as well at the MCI Center because that's what it was called in these days. I'm pretty sure. I know I wrote it in my spreadsheet. I think it was the MCI Center. I'll have to double check that just to make sure I'm making this accurate. But obviously I'll be tweaking this after the stream as well. Yeah, it was MCI Center, okay. I guess an MCI must be a bank because I've never really heard of them. Must be an American company. So MCI Center, there you go. Kluche was okay. Oh yeah, Kluche was probably one of my kind of favorite goalies, I guess, back in those days, because like my first ever jersey card for hockey cards was a Dan Kluche jersey, but I don't know where the heck that card even went. If you make him a guy to driller his durability, yeah, I at this point in time I think his durability was not that bad, but for 2004 to 2006, kind of 2007 era, that definitely needs to go down. Yeah, I'm working on those now, Spikester. I'm just putting in the details. So at this point in time, Washington was a popular team, but they weren't super popular because their team was not really good. Obviously, they got Ovechkin in the draft, and they were kind of going through their rough period of the NHL. But team prestige, I could go high. Market size, I could go large. Local fan base, I'll go typical. Or actually, I'll go devoted, and then national fan base, I'll go typical. I mean, they did go to the finals in '98, but I don't know if they really were that popular back in the day. Local popularity we'll put is, I'd say with the Washington Wizards as well, they're probably around the same, so average maybe. Spikester, can you stop spamming, please? Oscar, if you're still here, do you mind bopping him for a second, or I don't know, deleting some of those? I'm working on those right now, Spikester, don't worry. National popularity we'll set to average, or yeah, average could work. Concession level, we'll just put all that to 3, because I think it's kind of a newish building at that point. And then we'll get into the logos. So the logos for these Capitals jerseys, unfortunately, they don't have like the DC kind of like that building that's in Washington. I don't know what it's called. Yeah, sorry, but it's okay, sir. Just don't do it a lot, because I just don't want to. I wanted to kind of keep the chat so everybody could talk, not just one giant like thing that just says to keep making that. So if you could just not spam as much, that would be nice. Oh, you play street hockey too, Spikester? Cool. Yeah, street hockey is pretty fun. Let's see. So we use this logo since the DC kind of logo that I'm mentioning. Like, I forget what that building's called, honestly. That might be actually the White House. I don't know. Or it's the building near the White House. But either way, that logo is not in the game, unfortunately. So we'll have to just use the Screaming Eagle. And we'll set this color to white. And then we'll also set this to black. A better black. There you go. Let's see. What about this? This is like blue, I'm pretty sure. Let's go to custom colors. Go down to here. Probably somewhere around here will work fine. And then in terms of this, we'll use like a brown kind of orange color. So probably something around these lines. Yeah, that works properly. And then that's also the same for the beak of the bird. I should actually change my screen back over to not OBS. I just realized, because that way I could see how much people are actually still watching. Okay, so we got 6 viewers and 11 likes, 12 likes, 7 viewers. Nice. Whoever just joined, welcome. And that's good too. And that should be good. No, this needs to be red. The issue with using the alumni is, besides the jerseys, more modern. Yeah, that's why I don't even touch alumni, because like, I don't know. Personally, I don't really I don't mind the alumni being in the game, but it's not as good as it should be. Because like, just because there's so much duplicate players, and it gets really annoying. Oh man, my throat is dying. Been talking for almost 2.5 hours, yet I already am losing my voice a bit. Okay, actually that needs to be black. There you go. And then we'll also use this really weird looking color. And we'll use white, because blue wasn't technically one of their primary colors. NS Fire destroys Big Mac lobster catch. Oh, huh. Is that a news headline from nearby you? I mean, using the teams for build. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the jerseys need to definitely be accurate. Because, like, I mean, like, if I just assign these guys to teams and didn't make these jerseys, then it would just look kind of weird and out of place. But since I actually make all the teams and whatnot, it's kind of more realistic. Okay, so what jersey style did I use? Oh, I used that one. Okay, it's a similar one to the Mighty Ducks one. Just because it's like the only one with like a diagonal type of bottom. If I could find it. Yeah, it's right here. Oh yeah, and the arena too. Yeah, for sure. Okay, so we'll set this to white. I gotta stop leaning over, but I'm used to always when I'm recording, like talking right into the mic, but you guys can probably hear me from right here, so I should try and talk from here, because or else my back is just gonna like be dead by the end of the day. Some alumni though, you got logos, and yeah, it's really inconsistent. Like if Tugi and I ever worked for EA, I would just be like, I'd be probably making custom ones if I could. That could get used. Like hopefully roster sharing gets added next year or another couple years. Because then at least you guys will be able to play this build instead of having to use alumni teams and stuff. There you go, set that to blue. But the only thing is if roster sharing does get added, I wonder if it's going to actually be multi-platform or what. Like that's going to be an interesting scenario. Because like if I make a roster build and it's not available for PlayStation, it's going to kind of suck. Okay, so that looks good. We'll make this blue with an interior part of like that orangey whatever color it is. Salmon kind of color, I guess you could say. I'm not a huge fan of that color, to be honest. I do like the blue for sure though. Okay, so we'll set this to being that salmon color. And then this we'll set to white since they didn't technically have a tie-up. And then we'll set the logo to this. Perfect. What do you guys think about that? Does that look pretty good? I think that looks pretty solid. And we'll set the font to number 2 because that is the actual Washington font from these days, and I'm not a huge fan of this font either. There's a few things I don't really like from the old Caps era, and this font is definitely one of them. Obviously it's a bit outdated. So there you go. We'll set that. We'll set our font color up there as well. And I think this needs to also be white. And then this part needs to be that salmon color. Cool. Yeah, I think this looks pretty decent. The black one's gonna look a little weird using the other logo, but I think it should still pan out. So there you go. That's good for that. Then we just need the paint, which is just black. You can eat all the pants you want, but not these ones. And then the last one, we'll do that. Let's see, make this white as well. The stream is probably pretty boring, I'm guessing. If you guys are really liking it, at least that's something, but I feel like I'm just mumbling more to myself, but at least it seems like you guys are enjoying the stream so far, which is good. But yeah, I probably will do more streams in the future. I just don't know when, because like if my parents are home, the internet is a bit slower and it's not as good. So I don't know. Hopefully they go away for a weekend or something again. We'll put this to white as well. You're editing teams at the same time. Good multitasking. And we'll put that up there as well for fun. And then the gloves are all black gloves. Okay. I wish the glove part was a bit easier, like a little bit faster, because it's kind of a bit slow to adjust these little color things. Like some of the equipment stuff, it really depends on the player. Like it shouldn't be generalized. Spikes here, AJ is not spamming, don't worry about it. He's spamming is more when you're saying the same thing over and over again. Like if you're saying different things, I'm fine with it. But yeah. And AJ is also a friend of the channel too, so don't worry about it. Because he's actually replying to my questions I'm asking him. Okay, so that's good. So yeah, that's the home jersey. I don't know if I'm a huge fan of them. I wouldn't wear one, I don't think. I would wear the black jersey once it's made, but not a huge fan on that white one. Wow, I've been streaming for almost 2 hours. It's crazy. But yeah, I think I'll probably only stream till 4 because my voice will probably be like so dead that I can't record afterwards or something. So that way at least you guys have still time the rest of your weekend to do whatever you want. And not just watch me edit rosters. So let's go black. Let's go with that black again, and that we could stay as white. What is that adjusting again? What is that adjusting? What is this color zone? Hello? I don't know what this thing is. It didn't... Yeah, this isn't even adjusting any colors. Huh, might be a bug. Whatever. Interesting. Make that black as well. We'll make this black. And then this needs to be white. Yep, white. And then blue. This is white as well. Actually, no, that's not. No, it is white. Okay, good. And then the inside color needs to be that really not my favorite color. That goes there. And then this needs to be blue and black. And this is black as well. And those look actually not too bad without the logo even so far. They look a little bit weird with the logo because I want to see the DC logo, but that's not in it like I just said. And we'll go with that. And then we just gotta adjust the font colors. And that's good as well. And that goes white as well. I don't know what all that noise is outside. Hopefully you guys don't hear it. And hopefully also my PC isn't too loud. I don't know when I've been recording the last few days. I feel like my PC's been a little bit loud when I've been recording, but I don't know how that volume is or not. Let's go white there. We'll go adjust that. You should put in every NHL alumni logo because it's really hard to make some old NHL teams that don't exist anymore. Yeah, I totally agree. I think it just comes down to more like their copyright problems at the moment, because there's a lot of teams with logos that are copywritten, or like they're kind of hard to add because of that, and I think that's the main reason why. I'm not 100% sure with it, but it could be the reason why. Okay, so let's change the pants to black. Like, I wish like the fisherman logo from the old Islanders jerseys was in this, but definitely isn't. And I use sock style number 8. There we go. Since it's as close as we can get. There you go. That is good. And we'll make those. Did I make those blue? No, I made those white. Okay. Okay, that's good. And then we'll adjust the helmet color and the glove color. And then there's no alternate jersey for the Caps this year. Also, one thing when I'm creating jerseys that I have to keep note of is also the chin strap of the helmet actually changes colors in like 2001. Because a lot of teams used to use like white chin straps, but then they changed it to black mostly once like teams were using a lot darker jerseys, I think. Which is kind of interesting. Okay, so let's get that all black as well. And then once that is good, we should be pretty much good on the Caps. We just need to get the arena built as well. Okay, so we're nearly done that. But yeah, what are you guys up to this weekend? Any good plans with NHL? I know you probably are playing NHL, or you might be studying if you have school. I don't know. What are you guys up to this weekend other than roster stuff? Got 3 NHL/AHL teams done. I'm using a majority of 2's20 doc. Yeah, well, I think his 20 doc is pretty much like good to use for any NHL game up to after, like probably any game almost on Xbox One era or PS4 era, wherever console you're on, you know. Okay, so that's good. Jerseys look fine. Let's adjust the arena. I don't know if I wrote that down stuff yet. Nope, I did not. We'll just leave the base layout and stuff for now. Main wall color is just gray apparently. So we'll just adjust these all to grayish. Hey Landon the dog, how are you, man? You're the guy that follows me on Twitter too, right? I think. Because I think you're the guy that likes a lot of my tweets after I post them. If I'm not mistaken. Let's go with that. And roof color we will make white. Also, I haven't been on Twitter, so I don't know if I have any notifications right now, but I will probably check those shortly because I've been kind of just talking for a little bit, so, or quite a bit actually. And navy seats. Yeah, Landon, I see you liking a lot of like content that people tweet, like any guys that do really NHL content. It's pretty awesome. Definitely helps with the support, so I really appreciate it. Let's set this to navy. Wow, that must take some skill to like that many tweets, because I mean I on my own I tweet quite a bit, and I know some other people like X-Tech for example tweets a lot, and then Toogie not as much but still decent amount. So set those to blue or navy colored, and then that should be good for that part. And then we just gotta set the railing color to white. That should be good as well. And I think that is almost it for Washington. We should also set their line thing to probably as well, like one of these ones. I'll adjust that later if it's not accurate. And then in terms of arena presentation, we'll go goal stuff. Oh, you don't follow as much people, so it's a little easier. That makes sense, yeah. I usually try and follow mostly everybody back on Twitter, but like at the same time, like I really would follow all my followers on Twitter, but my timeline would just get too much notifications, so I tried to follow back most of the people that only like originally subscribed to me way back, but okay, so Goalhorn, I believe they had a siren in these days still, so we gotta find a police siren probably. Like I could look up on YouTube right now, but I don't really feel like doing that. Let's see. Oh, that's pretty loud. No. Oh, these are the preset ones. I should actually look at creating a custom one. And let's go sounds. This is gonna be really loud, maybe for you guys. Hopefully it's not. Let's see. There is a siren, I'm pretty sure, on this, right? Oh yeah, police. No. Oh. Some of these sounds are really cool though. I don't know, maybe there's not a siren. Maybe it's only for the trouble level. No, actually maybe not. Let's actually set the sounds then to preset. And then we'll just do the current capsule one, I think, for now. Yeah, that's pretty much accurate to what the voice had, I think. It might not be, but we'll just leave it for now. I don't really like that goal horn. It is so loud. Okay, so now that Washington is good, we gotta add a roster so that way we could save this for now. And that should be pretty much all we need to do. And there you go. Okay. So we'll save that. Okay, so yeah, what do you guys want to see now? Anything with created players or more created teams? Because like I plan to still stream till 4, which is like another hour almost, so 4 Eastern is what I mean. So far on the stream we got Nashville's jerseys done, Toronto's jerseys done, and Washington. Okay, AJ, have a good lunch, man. I haven't even ate lunch yet, but yeah, have a good lunch, and maybe see you later, maybe not. If not, I'll probably see you in Toogie's chat, I guess. So have a good one, man. Okay, so what do we want to do? You guys want to see anything else in particular? Like any other teams getting built or what? No, I didn't do the Canucks jerseys yet. I could do those, I guess. Yeah, because basically I only did Nashville, Toronto, and Washington today. So yeah, I guess I could do Vancouver since it's right in between these two teams. So yeah, well, let's do Vancouver and why not? Even though AJ just left. Oh, you gotta go, Spikester? Because if so, have a good one, man. Have a good rest of your weekend. Let's see. Yeah, let's create our Canucks jerseys. Might as well. Even though they have 3 jerseys, because they're alternate jerseys in that one I have to make, and it's kind of a weird jersey to make. Like I can't do the actual like gradient. Yeah, I can't do the gradient from this jersey, but yeah, I could still make it decently. I do have a decent look for one that I think you guys will like. I did show AJ already, but let's go to Vancouver. Okay, so Vancouver's good. And we will also address that to here. So that should be good. Yeah, we will, Spikes. I am doing that right now, Spikes. As I'm seeing your chat right now, I am making the Canucks, so. And that should be good. They played at the General Motors place. Good old GM place. It's kind of weird that they didn't, like, it's been Rogers Arena for like quite a long time now. Okay, so General Motors place. That's good. And then team colors, turn that off. Team prestige, we'll put the high, large, hardcore fans. Yeah, I would say devoted, and then local popularity, elite, because they don't really have any other. They have professional other teams, but still elite for sure. I'd say high for national popularity, 3 for all these as well, because it's definitely a newer type of arena back in these days. Well, not really newer. They did play at the Pacific Coliseum beforehand. Okay, so logos. It's kind of nice because back when I actually did these old rosters before, I wasn't able to use a somewhat accurate logo because I actually had to use the one that still said Vancouver above the logo. So, Vincent, it takes quite a long time. I don't know exact numbers, but basically, like, I would assume, like, when I actually get into building the rosters and building the teams out as well, I'm going to assume a couple 100 hours at least. Because I do also make a spreadsheet that takes quite a long time to make. So yeah, I would say probably a couple 100 hours at least. But it's a lot of fun. It would be even more fun once roster sharing becomes a thing, so you guys could actually use these builds. But yeah, it's a lot of fun so far, at least I find. Because I've been doing these for like the past few years. So let's see, what do we got here? Vancouver. Let's make it. That's not dark, right? Bright enough, really. That should be good. Yeah, that's good. And we'll leave as white, I think, or is it gray? Wait, what is it tweaking again? No, we'll make that maybe. Is that gray? No, we'll leave it as white, I think, for now. And then this part needs to be blue color. So we need to go down here to probably around right here, and maybe some around there. Maybe a bit darker. Maybe not around there actually. Okay, that one looks better. You make all-time teams every year, and it takes a few weeks. I wish we had roster sharing. That's pretty cool, Vincent. Yeah, I've been like doing these builds for like the last 3 years. I really want roster sharing. Like, it's my #1 thing I want. Like, GM Connected would be cool too, obviously, but roster sharing in its own right would make the game even more awesome, because people who literally use these rosters to like do anything almost, like maybe even do a Pro series with like the old Canucks, you know, or something like that. Landon, yeah, it's a lot of work, and it definitely takes time to build. Sorry about that. I had to clear my throat. My God. Whew. Been talking so long. Okay, so we got the logo. Do we got... Yeah, there's no shoulder logos. So we will adjust the team colors, which in this case, the main color is a navy blue. probably somewhere around here. And then we also need, I would say, red and white. Yeah, red and white, like this red color that we chose. Maybe not the red. Maybe the red. Yeah, maybe that salmon red would work. And then we'll do white as the 3 colors. Not that it really matters that much. And then in terms of the uniforms, I think, yeah, we use number 61 again, which if you guys weren't here earlier, number 61 for jerseys is what I use for quite a bit of them, because it does have a lot of customizability options to it, like a lot of color places. So we'll make the base color this jersey white, because this is the home jersey, because in 2003 the home jerseys were white all the time, which it still seems kind of weird to me, because I've been a hockey fan mostly during when it's a dark home jersey, but I kind of liked a lot of the white jerseys too. Like a lot of my jersey collection is actually white jerseys. So okay, so we need to set gray to this point, I think. Wait, what is that? Oh no, it doesn't really matter if that's gray or not, but actually that should probably be navy blue. Yeah, there you go. And then we'll adjust this to being gray. And then we need to adjust this to being blue. I don't even know if I got the right blue with that, but whatever. Is this the one I used for that? No, I don't think that looks right. Oh, it's... what could we use? Yeah, maybe we could use actually this one. That's too dark. Maybe I'll just go with this one for now. It might be changed eventually, but... And then we'll go with a sand red. I love this color of Canucks. I wasn't born yet, but looking back, yeah, Landon. I really like this Canuck era as well for jerseys. Like, probably one of my #1 jerseys I want the most is a Marcus Naslund jersey from this era, like a black one or dark navy blue, whatever color it is. I would really like one of those, because Marcus Naslund, I don't know if he was really one of my favorite players growing up, because I didn't watch a lot of Canucks games, but he was a really good player, and I don't know, I just think he would be a cool one to have. So, yeah, this has to be red. Yep. I wish EA would allow to like a lot of these old jerseys to the game, so. But like I said, a lot of it comes down to rights and whatnot. Like 2K probably wouldn't be able to add any of those anymore, unless they tried to acquire the rights, I guess. Hey, actually, let me adjust that to being a different color, the gray. There you go. Yeah, Naslund was really good, at least, especially in 2002-03, I think, for the season. In 2003-04, he was, like, really good during this time period. Obviously, injuries were kind of a problem in his career a bit, but, yeah, he was a really, really good player. And we used font 15. And it starts with the navy blue, then goes gray, then red. Okay. Who is your favorite player for the Canucks, Landon? As long as it's not Matt Cook or something like that, then I'm fine with that. Even if you said you weren't even a fan then yet, but yeah, Matt Cook was a goon. There you go, that's good. Well, just this to blue as well, and then leave the outer layer white so it's not too deep, too dark of a color, too bold. And we'll also make this blue, and we'll adjust this to gray and to red. That should be pretty good. And then the back of the helmet, we'll just do the exact same thing. Even though I don't think a lot of these jerseys actually, oh well, helmets had numbers on the back, so. And then we'll do that sand red again. Wow, you were born in 2008, man. That makes me feel a little old. 2008, but my favorite player was Canucks Besser. Fair enough, yeah. Brock Besser is a really good player. But damn, 2008, man. Because like that means I've been a hockey fan longer than you've been alive, which is weird to say that. But 2008, like I was literally in middle school in that time period. It's crazy. Okay, so that looks good on that front. Jersey, or not jersey, socks. We use the same one as we usually use a lot. We'll adjust this to white. That's good. We will adjust this to blue. And then I think, yeah, we had red and blue. You also loved Ben Hutton. Yeah, Ben Hutton was a solid player. I mean, like, I think he's still a free agent right now, but yeah, he hasn't, like, he's not a really good defenseman, but he's still like a solid top 6 option. I think he was a bit overpaid when I think when he was in LA. I'm not 100% sure how much he was making then, but I think he was kind of getting a bit overpaid. Like, he's more of a fringe NHL defenseman at the most, or at the least. But he is a bit of a top 6 defenseman, I guess you could say as well. But yeah, he was a pretty solid defender, or he still is. Okay, so that's good on that front. Then we just need to do the gloves on this jersey, and then we'll get into the home jersey, and then the awesome alternate jersey. But yeah, it's coming along so far. It looks pretty decent, this jersey, I think. You liking this one so far, Landon? Because I think it looks somewhat similar, at least, to their old jerseys. Kind of wish they would go back to this jersey almost full time, but... Or the skate, for example. The skate jersey is really nice, too. That needs to be gray on the inside. And then that needs to be navy around everything else. Oh, my voice, goddamn. Have I actually been wait, actually no, I have only been streaming for 2 hours, haven't I? Yeah, I have only been streaming for 2 hours. But still, almost getting close to the end of the stream if I do stream till 4. Like I said, I could go later potentially, but I don't really know if my voice is going to hold out that long. So, okay, so we need to use jersey 61 again for that. So this one is now the home jersey that we're going to work on. And this home jersey is a nice one at that. One I would definitely buy if I had money. Well, I do have money, but still. I haven't found an Aslam one yet, and that's the one I want, really, so. Cool. That's good. Want it to be, like, as similar as possible. Sometimes it's impossible, but most of the time I could actually do a somewhat decent job. Like right now I don't know if this blue color is dark enough. I think it could be darker, but maybe I'll tweak it later, who knows. Okay, that's good. And then on the bottom of the jersey, that needs to be blue as well. Oh damn, I know what I screwed up. This needs to be actually gray. There you go. That looks much better. That actually looks really good, surprisingly. And then we'll make this sand red. Wow, we got 8 viewers. We're almost at our peak that we've had so far. I don't think we've cracked 10 viewers yet. Well, welcome to anybody that's watching or that hasn't said anything in the chat. We're just here to have a good time. If you want to chat, you can. If not, feel free not to. But yeah. There you go. That's good. Ooh, these are looking pretty good once I get the font accurate in the pants and stuff. This is going to look pretty solid, I think. Okay. And then the font color is white with red and gray. Okay. There you go. And that should be accurate. There you go. And we got to do it for the rest of this jersey as well, pretty much. I think the alternate that I have on my spreadsheet looks actually not too bad. Like, it almost looks better than the real jersey. Because the real, like, Radiant jersey, it's nice, but it's not, I wouldn't say it's the best jersey that I've seen. And then this needs to be red again. Thank you for the like, whoever liked the video recently, or the stream recently, because I think that was just at 12. Now it's at 13. I appreciate it a lot. Also, if you guys don't stick around too long, you could always just go check out some of my franchise mode videos that I have. We're currently starting up a Detroit series, so that's pretty awesome. And then I also have quite a few Be a Pro episodes up already. And yeah, so we're having a lot of fun so far with 21. Hopefully you are too. And yeah, that font is pretty accurate. It's like the only font really with 3 color zones, so that's why I use it a lot for my builds. So okay, so then we need to make this pants this color. That looks good. Yeah, these are coming along great. Like, I can't wait to see my custom Marcus Naslin in one of these, because it's gonna look pretty dope. Okay, set this to blue as well, and then we will set this part to blue. After the stream, you're gonna play Hut. It sounds like fun. I haven't really been much into Hut, to be honest. Like in any year, like I did play a bit of it back in NHL 17 here on YouTube, but it's not as fun. Like I'm not a huge online player, to be honest, but it is fun when you get into it for a bit. Eventually it becomes boring when the same type of goals go in and whatnot, but yeah, sounds cool. Let's change this. Like, I have actually played a bit of Hut so far this year. Like, I haven't played any online games, but I have like opened some packs and whatnot, because like sometimes I like to spend packs but don't play games, which is kind of weird, because then it's just like it's kind of useless. Okay, so we'll send this to blue as well. That's good. Just that. And we're almost done this home jersey, which looks really good. And then we'll get into the last jersey for the Canucks. And then I don't know what else you guys want me to do. Maybe make some more jerseys. That's pretty much what we've just been doing on this stream. Not a lot of actual roster building, I guess you could say, but it has been some team creations. So adjust that all to blue, and this final part to blue as well. Perfect. Those look pretty good. I would definitely wear one of those. Like, the blue is not really the brightest like it should be, but I think it's still pretty decent. Okay, let's get that alternate done now for the Canucks, and then we got to do their arena. You're starting to get into Hut this year. Also, you were probably into offline modes and stuff like that before, or did you play like online versus or what, Landon? What jersey did I use? 51. Hopefully I don't end up losing my voice for the rest of the weekend, because I do have to work on Monday, so. Okay, so we'll set this one also the blue, just because we can't do a gradient jersey, which is kind of weird, but I mean, a gradient jersey is kind of outdated to an extent too. Then we had this is navy blue as well. This we had as white. And then we adjusted this to being gray. Looks good. Then this part as well was gray. And these parts were that same red color. And then on this top part, I think, yeah, we had it as red as well. Oh, so you've played some Hut, but you just didn't like it that well much, or didn't get into it much. Yeah, that's pretty much like me. Like I said, 17, I really liked Hut in 17 at least. Like, I was buying a lot more packs in, but since like 18, I kind of like lost a lot of interest to online modes. Like, I've been more of a franchise guy, like ever since probably 2014, I think, 2015. But of course, at first, I didn't really know how to play it well, like, because I don't really like playing games in franchise mode. I'm more of a simulator now. But when I first started playing franchise mode, I played a few games and like I didn't really know how it worked. So, but now since I kind of been doing it for like the last 4 years on YouTube, I kind of know it inside and out. So, okay, so I'll make this gray as well. But so yeah, these ones are not very accurate in terms of the jerseys, because the real ones had gradients, but I think it still looks decent. Like, I don't know what you guys think of these. Like, do you guys like these better than the gradient ones from the 2000s? If you could remember what I if you could remember what I'm mentioning. If not, I could show you guys an image of it, but and let's see, we'll make this gray as well. Okay, that's gray as well, and more red and gray. This is pretty tedious roster stuff, but as long as you guys like this type of thing, I'll keep doing it. I really like doing it, so I think that's probably why I keep doing it, but I don't know. There we go. Make this navy blue as well. That looks pretty good. And then sock colors, we'll use that same sock again, and it's the same sort of color scheme as the jersey, which involves that sand red kind of color. Almost reminds me of Arizona. And this needs to be just gray. And then I think I had this as blue as well. There you go. Looks pretty good like that. And then, yeah, that red color might not be as dark as I want to. It looks a bit really bright on this. Looks kind of too sandy, kind of like salmon. I don't really like it. I don't know. I might have to fix it up after you, this stream, but whatever. And there you go, glove color. We're gonna make this as well, navy. There you go. 2 viewers right now, so we just lost 5 people, so okay. Which is to be expected. We are at 3:15 p.m., which means I think we're only streaming for another 45 more minutes. And we'll make this gray as well. And we'll make this black. Damn, I'm rambling a lot, I think. Trying to keep this somewhat interesting. It's kind of hard to when it's just menu streaming, but whatever. Okay, that's good. And this needs to be black as well. Or not black, navy. So what do you think of these ones, Landon, if you're still here? I think those ones look pretty good. I don't really like the salmon color that much. Like, I could make it a bit darker of a red, but it still looks decent, I think. Okay. And then let's get the arena done. So we need to make it look like General Motors Place, which I honestly don't know what it looks like too much. At least from back in these days. Light blue walls according to my notes. We'll adjust those. Thanks, Landon, I appreciate that. And we'll adjust the team colors to just that. Roof color we'll leave as this kind of white grayish color. And then Jumbotron will go with number 5. Netting will go with white. And then the seats are all burgundy seats. Huh. I don't even remember them being burgundy. I thought they would be navy, but according to my notes, they're all navy, burgundy. Is that accurate? I don't even know. I think it might be, actually. Let me just look up in another tab. General Motors Place. Motors Place 2003. Let's see, what did it look like inside? If they have any pictures of inside. Yeah, they did have burgundy seats. Never mind. Okay. At least around 2003 they did. I don't know if they still do. Probably not. Landon, I'm guessing you live in British Columbia, because if you've been to some Canucks games, I'm guessing Rogers Place has, or Rogers Place or Rogers Arena, whatever it's called. They have navy seats, I'm assuming. Because I think back in these days it looks like they had red seats. The seat colors of Age Place, or of Age Place / Rogers Arena. Oh, you like the seat colors? Yeah, it's probably like navy, right? Or like a blue color. Because I'm trying to remember, but I can't think of off the top of my head what they look like. And burgundy railing as well. This color looks like a rusty kind of color. I don't really like it. Like it's kind of a weird tinge. I don't know. And boards with clash is good. We'll adjust this line for the logo. And is that good? Yeah, maybe one of the higher up ones. I don't know. That one's probably good. No, it's like a darkish red. I wonder if they use the same sea colors now or not. Because like from my look, it looks like they're kind of like a burgundy kind of color. Like I don't know if these colors are accurate right now. Like I'll adjust them later if need be, but there you go. And audio, they've had the same goal horn, so we'll just use the preset Canucks one. Sounds pretty nice. I don't mind that goal horn. And we'll adjust the rosters because we're not going to make, I think his name is Finn, the Orca dude. I don't even know his name. I think it's Finn. And we'll add these players to the team for now. And one more defenseman, Fantenberg. There you go. Okay, so yeah, that's basically the Canucks jerseys done. So we've managed to make 4 teams jerseys so far in the stream, which is pretty good. And now we have jerseys done for most, like almost more than half of our teams in this build, which is good. Getting a good little start. What else do we want to do? Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. So Landon, do you want to see me make any other teams jerseys, or would you rather me see me make any like players? Like, do you want me to make Marcus Naslund right now for fun? Even though I don't think my facials for him are great, if I have any, which I think I do. Naslund, yeah, I do have facials for him, but I don't know how accurate it is. Because I don't know necessarily if we definitely do have time to make another player or another team if you want me to make another team's jerseys. So let me know. I'll just get a drink quickly. Yeah, I did the Thrashers jerseys. I showed them earlier, but I'll show you to you again since you're one of the only viewers right now. I'll show you what they look like. They look pretty decent. I think I tweeted them out actually at one point too. But for logo wise, we use these 2 logos, since that's as good as we could get, because they don't actually have the Thrashers logo, which is kind of annoying. And then for jerseys, we actually used, we used this kind of design. Looks pretty similar. It's not 100% accurate, but nothing ever is. And then away wise, we use this. I think they look pretty good. I wouldn't say they're my favorite jerseys I've ever made, but I don't mind them. Yeah, I did do LA as well. I'll show you LA since I have not actually shown LA on this stream yet. Might as well. If anybody else has suggestions as well, like Landon, for jerseys that I could show, I'll show you guys them. So for LA's jerseys, unfortunately they don't have the other King logo that they used back in these days. So we only had to use this logo. And then we also made their colors purple, black, and white. As for their jerseys, we have this as their home jersey. It's not really accurate. It's not bad. It's not great. I don't mind it. And then for away wise, I really like this one more. This nice black one. I actually have a black one here, so that's kind of nice. And alternate, we have the all purple jersey, which looks pretty good too. Like, I actually really dig the black and the purple one. I don't really like the white one as much, but I still like these 2, I think. Okay, so any other teams you want me to show, Landon? Or any teams you want me to start building their jerseys for, or any players you want me to make? Because I might have facials for most of these players done already. Some of them I don't yet. So, which teams did I not do? Well, I did basically Anaheim all the way up to Montreal, or to Nashville. So basically I haven't done New Jersey, New York Islanders, New York Rangers, Ottawa Senators, Philadelphia Flyers, Phoenix, Pittsburgh, San Jose, St. Louis, Tampa, and that's it, I think. Yeah, I have done the Avalanche. I'll show you sync. They're pretty much what they have now, because you have to use that Adidas jersey that's in the created team. So once again, also for logos, I did also actually use this as kind of like the footprint type of thing that they have on their shoulders. It's not really accurate, but I think I might get rid of it. I don't know. It's still kind of close. Ottawa? Yeah, I could do Ottawa next for sure, but obviously we can't use the current Sens logo that they actually have because it's not in-game yet, but we'll use a placeholder. So yeah, this is basically what I did for Colorado. So this is their home jersey, pretty much similar to what they have now. And then this is the away jersey. It's the burgundy one. And then their alternate jersey, which is pretty awesome. Unfortunately, they don't have the word Colorado across, but I think this one turned out really nice. Like I would still buy one of these jerseys for sure. I have actually a Tanguay jersey from 2003-ish, so that's pretty nice too. Yeah, I think it's pretty close enough. I agree. I don't know, Landon. I might stream once a month. It really depends because it depends when my parents are out, and then I also literally I record all my videos usually on the weekend for the entire week, and I also work during the week, so it really depends on how busy I am at a certain point. But I'll definitely keep tweeting it out when I do go live, because I think I definitely want to go live more often, because I feel like I'm a lot more comfortable with going live than I used to be when I first started YouTube and stuff. So yeah, I don't know what I'll go next. Thanks, guys. I appreciate that you like this jersey a lot. I really like it too. Like I said, the real jersey in real life is, I think, a bit better, but I think this is as close as I could get to it. So okay, so you wanted me to make the Sens. I'll make the Sens, Landon. And I don't know how long this will take me. Probably another 20 minutes. So yeah, let's make the Ottawa Senators so far, because we can't use their current logo, unfortunately, till a later date. I don't know when that's going to be added in. Hopefully not too long. But yeah, my Sens jerseys don't look great for this as well. I'm going to say that right now. It's really hard to make the Sens jerseys from the 2000s. At least accurately. Like, as a Sens fan myself, I don't know if I really like the ones I've made, but gotta put them out there sometimes, you know. So we'll set this to Ottawa. In the good old Corel Center. My first ever hockey game at the Corel Center against the Atlanta Thrashers in 2003. February of 2003. Man, good old memories. And I also actually used to work at Canadian Tire Center too, which is the same building, so I do have a lot of memories of this building. So we're going to set this to Ott. Good old Ott, like Steve Ott, you know. Isn't he like a coach now, I think? I don't even know. I'm pretty sure he's like an assistant coach. Okay, so Corel Center. I wonder even what happened to Corel, the company. I don't think Corel really does much anymore. Like, I think they do still have some stuff. But, man. So team prestige, we're going to go average. Because the Sens were bought by Melnick around this point in time, I think. Unfortunately. Well, actually, it's fortunate, but unfortunately, too. Market size, I would say, is probably medium. Local fan base, I would say, at this point in time, the Sens were really good. So I would say devoted. National fan base, I would say typical, because there's not as much Sens fans outside of Ottawa as there is like Toronto, like Montreal, Vancouver, that type of stuff. And then local popularity, I'd put probably to high. National popularity, I would put to average. And then concession level and stuff, I'd put 3, because this building used to be the Palladium. I think that opened in like the 90s, so this building wouldn't have been even 10 years old at this point. So how many Sens games have I been to? Well, here, let me actually get out something quickly. Well, if I haven't have them in my desk. I don't even have them all on my desk, but I have probably been to, I would say, like 30 games almost, at least, since 2003. Now, the big game I've been to, I'll show that to the webcam, was this game that you guys might have seen on YouTube. It's the NHL Classic against the Montreal Canadiens. It's pretty cool. I actually still have this ticket stub. I like it a lot, because I actually got these tickets for free, speaking of which, because I volunteered with Upper Deck as in the card company back in 2017, and they gave me free tickets and like free hockey cards and stuff like that, which was pretty awesome. So yeah, that was my favorite game I ever been to. Okay, so let's work on the logos. So the logo we have to use while we wait for the new logo is this logo, which never actually became a logo we used on a jersey, I think. So we'll adjust the colors on here. So I think I used the same sense colors as currently, but I might have to tweak them a bit because they're a bit different than they were then. So make that gold. Okay, see you in a second, Landon. We'll make this black. And we will make this white. Also, for you 3 people that are watching, or 2 people, or whoever else, what is your favorite team? Who do you guys follow? Because I know Landon's a Canucks fan, so if you're still in the chat. Let's see. I could probably use that type of red instead, but yeah, not for that point. There you go. And yeah, we'll make this red. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, so now that that logo is done, we also do need a different logo, which is the kind of like, we're gonna have to use the 3D send, or the facing forward send, which doesn't look as accurate as the old logo, but we'll still use it. And we'll set these to pretty much the same colors as the other logo. Oh, thank you. Like the Western teams. Yeah, Colorado used to be my second team when I first started watching hockey. Vancouver was a team I didn't mind either because I was born in British Columbia. And then Calgary, I never hated either. Calgary, I still like as well to an extent because one of my favorite defensemen is Oliver Shillington. So I just really hope he gets a chance to actually make their roster sometime because he's not getting utilized well, I don't think. Like, he is a bit of a liability, like, defensively, but he's still a good young guy, so. Okay, so the primary color is red. And then black and white. There you go. Adjust that to white, and there you go. That's good. Team uniforms. This is where it's going to look not that great, but once again, I'm trying my best. If somebody watches this after the stream and says they're trash, well, I'm trying my best. 69 is the color for that jersey, or style for that jersey. Nice number. Try and keep it PG a bit. Change this to white. There you go. And this white as well. I need more water because my throat is still trying to die on me. Okay, and on this part I think I set the black. Yes, I did. Whew. Man, my voice just continues to like die. Whew. Chico Gaming likes Detroit and Montreal. And Chico, no, I don't really that frequently. Like, I've streamed once on Twitch. And yeah, I haven't really streamed again on there. It's not that I don't want to, it's just I haven't really found, like, I have had time to do it, but like I haven't streamed to Twitch. I'm always more on YouTube. Like, this is my first time actually streaming on YouTube too. So like I don't really stream that often, but I will get probably more into it as I get older too, because eventually when I move out, I think I want to do more streaming and stuff like that, just because then at least I'll have a bit more freedom. So, but yeah, Chico, if you want, like, if you like franchise mode content, custom rosters and stuff like that, and if you're not subscribed, you should check out my content I have, especially my Detroit franchise I just started. I think I'll have a decent shot to crack the top 6 this year, for sure. Yeah, I think so. Definitely with like Gustafson left, I think, right, to the Philadelphia Flyers or some other team. And Landon the dog is back. Good. Because you didn't really miss that much, to be honest, but... Okay. So as I was saying, this actually almost looks like an Arizona jersey right now. I don't know why it does, but it does to me. Okay, so we'll make this red. And this is red as well. And then red again, and the inner color will make black. And then we just need a logo, which in that case we'll use this one. And shoulder logo wise, oh actually there is a shoulder logo that AJ actually pointed out that I forgot to add, that we'll add to the team logos. Because now in NHL 21, if you guys did not realize, there is some new stuff with the logos. So you can see there's like a wreath background one that actually is very similar to Ottawa, which we're going to use with the S. I don't know if I want to use that exact font one though. I think I'll use this one instead. There you go. But yeah, so there's backgrounds now in terms of the fonts. Your top 5 teams are Canucks, Habs, Jets, Sens, and Canes. Canucks I'm fine with. Habs I don't really like because being a Sens fan. Jets, the Jets I don't mind actually. The Jets, never mind. I don't know why I just went Sens obviously I like, and Canes I don't mind either. So I like pretty much all those teams except for the Habs. And I'll set this to white. And Sink, yeah, oh yeah, him and TJ Brody left as well, and Hamonic. Yeah, TJ Brody's at the Leaf. I almost forgot about that. Yeah, the Leafs have had a decent off season in terms of signings, but is it enough? I have no idea. How do you feel about your Sens and what they've done from draft and free agency? I've been really impressed with what Dorian's been doing, because like even when the Sens were not doing so well, and like the Sens, like Dorian was getting thrown under the bus, I was still there to say, oh, something good at least will still happen. And yeah, I still have been a Sens fan since, like I said, 2003. I'm really proud of what they've done this year or so far in the offseason, and the future looks really bright, at least in terms of prospects. And yeah, I think we're due for probably a better finish next season than people are expecting. Not maybe a playoff team yet, but I think we definitely are trending in the right direction. So, okay, so that's what I'm going to use for a shoulder logo. And then free agency wise, Chico, I really like the signings we made though. Like especially like I'm pretty happy with the acquisition of Dadonov. Matt Murray as well is a pretty good acquisition. There's been a lot of good signings. Like Goodbranson is a bit of a weird one, but at the same time I don't mind Goodbranson. Unless he is a bit of a tool on defense, I don't know. So there you go. That looks a little weird, but whatever. And then font, what did I use for this font? Good old number 9. What a surprise. Okay, so this has to be black. This is red. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to record videos after this. Like, I might have to wait till tomorrow and record then or something. Because, damn, my voice. That's too bold. Don't like that. And then this side part has to be white. And red. But yeah, how's your guys' off-season been for teams and stuff like that? Like, I've been following a bit of off-season stuff, but not too familiar with all the signings. Like, has your team been doing a good job so far, or what? Oh, god damn. Whew. Not used to talking for 2 hours and 42 minutes straight, almost. Did you hear that Melnick said that we're cup contenders in the next 4 years? Yeah, I did. I think I actually mentioned that earlier in the stream before you were here, but yeah, I don't know if we technically are cup contenders in the next 4 years. I mean, I think we're going to be a playoff team for sure, but I think our team is definitely going to be good by then. It's just I don't know if we're going to be a cup contender. Like, I would like us to win before Toronto does, obviously, but I don't know. Goodbranson is more like a locker room kind of signing. Yeah, I agree. He's almost similar to, I guess you could say, like a Ron Hainsey kind of signing that we had before, so yeah, that makes total sense. Actually, that should go on the opposite side, goddammit. But yeah, I totally agree with it. So I think he's definitely going to help out with the kids. And then also, since we have a lot of kind of offensive guys on their blue line, like Shabbat, um, Thompson eventually, Brandstrom, it's good to have those kind of stay-at-home guys as well on your blue line, and Goodbranson's one of those. Okay, so this needs to be red. And it's black. And that looks pretty good. And then we'll just a helmet. And that as well. And then we'll make this black so you can actually see the Bauer part. Oh yeah, you lost a lot, Landon. Yeah, the Canucks lost quite a bit. Like, I feel bad for you and X-Tech especially too, because yeah, there's quite a lot of losses. Like, Markstrom and Tanev are pretty big losses, but then again, the Markstrom one makes sense because obviously you got to give maybe some starting time. Well, actually, you guys picked up Holtby though. It depends if Holtby's good or not, but like, I think you shouldn't have picked up Holtby. I think you should have picked up maybe just a backup for Demko, even if your team kind of takes a step back to an extent. Oh yeah, what Toronto did with the older guys, yeah. Yeah, they have a lot of guys that like I grew up watching, at least like in the younger years, like Thornton and Spezza. That seems pretty cool, them both together, but obviously like I don't know how good those guys are gonna keep performing, but I mean they're pretty solid signings, like they're low risk, high reward type of ideas. And Landon, oh yeah, Holtby and Schmidt, yeah. Nate Schmidt, another former Capitals player as well. Nate Schmidt isn't bad, but I don't really like his contract. Like, his contract is a bit too long-term, in my opinion. I mean, he's not a bad defenseman, but still, like, I don't know if I would want him on my team for that many years. Yeah, I see the Canucks as maybe taking a little bit of a step back. It depends really how Braden Holtby plays, because if he plays good, the team can definitely make the playoffs. But if he plays bad, then you're maybe a bit in trouble, you know? Okay, so for this jersey, we use jersey number 35, since it's the only one with like a stripe across the middle. And we will make this red. This jersey is so gross looking. Like, this one, your guys are gonna say is nasty, but like it's the only thing I could do for this to be somewhat accurate. It looks really bad when it's built. This is a kind of hot take, but I say the Sabres make the playoffs next season. It might be a hot take, but I think they definitely did pick up some good acquisitions in the offseason. Like, Eric Stahl's a good acquisition, definitely a good veteran that could still put up points at his age. And then obviously the addition of like Taylor Hall is really nice too. So yeah, I don't see it as like something that couldn't happen. I see it as a potentially that you could be right, that they could make it. Just really depends on how like Jack Eichel is and stuff too, I guess, to an extent. But Jack Eichel playing with somebody like Taylor Hall, I think he should be doing pretty solid. But yeah, I don't really like these jerseys. The way I make them, they don't look good. Like, the real life ones look a lot better. Once the actual logo's in the game for the other jerseys, I think it might improve a bit, but... Okay, let's adjust the font. So for this font, I used font number 1. So I used this one? Did I actually? Okay, I guess... Oh, no, wait. No, maybe not. No, I used number 14. That's right. Okay. I think. Did I use 14? Oh, no, that's sock style I'm looking at. Oops. That's what happens when you have to, like, look over at the spreadsheet. I used font number 21. Okay, so we got white, and black. Yeah, for sure. I think almost every season from now on is just going to be up in the air on who wins. Like, we aren't going to be seeing probably much dynasty teams, I feel like, over the next, like, decade. Like, we're not going to see a type of run like the Chicago Blackhawks had or the LA Kings. We're going to see teams, like, different teams winning each season, I think, at this rate. Just because a lot of the stuff comes down to, like, the off-season especially. Like, the NHL is a lot different than it used to be, I feel like. Okay, so we'll make this red as well. But yeah, these are actually not looking too bad for like the customization options we have. Like we're limited to not a lot, so I don't mind these. Let's actually make this black. There we go, that looks better. And then this will be white, right? No, yeah, this will be white with red. Okay, so that's almost done on that front, and then we gotta get the rest of this jersey done. This looks not too bad. I don't know if it's great, but it's as close as we can get, so I'll keep it. And we'll put that on there and we'll make this pants black. What do you guys think of these jerseys? Do you guys like these ones? I don't know if I'm a huge fan of them, because like I like the real one and like in real life, but like there's no way I can make it as accurate as that one, unfortunately. Okay, so that would be white, or yeah, that's white, and that's black. Ooh, God damn, my back is getting a bit sore. I'm gonna be like falling apart by tomorrow or something. Okay, let's go black as well there. Don't look too bad. Yeah, I mean, like the colors look good together. I don't know if it like really looks exactly like the real one, because the real one had like, if you could remember, had like a white stripe as well across the middle, but it's like really impossible to make it. So this is like literally the best we can probably do. And put that up there. Glove color, we'll make it all black as well. It's gonna be more fun once we actually get to like making players for this roster build and actually getting to see players. Like I'll be able to see like Marian Hossa in the Sens jersey, which would be quite a throwback, because Marian Hossa used to be like my first ever favorite player when I first started watching hockey. And then I was pretty sad when he got traded for Heatley, but Heatley then eventually became my favorite player on Ottawa, which was kind of weird, and then he wanted out. So I don't think I've had a favorite player on Ottawa since then. Just kind of crazy. And there we go. Perfect. Okay, so now we just need to get the black jersey done, which is a pretty nice jersey. I wouldn't say it's the best black jersey. I still like the ones from the 90s that we just brought back, especially. So this is jersey number 61 as well. Okay. There you go. Actually didn't want to go back. Okay, let me just scroll over on my spreadsheet. We're gonna make this black, and this part's all black as well, pretty much. Okay, that looks good. Then we're gonna make this white, and we'll make this part the golden color, which is kind of weird looking. Oh yeah, you miss Hossa. Yeah, I kind of do as well. Like, I mean, like I never really liked the Blackhawks when they were winning all those Stanley Cups, to be honest. Like I liked them in 2000, and I was fine when they won in 2010, because getting to see Hossa finally lift the cup after missing or losing the cup finals for 2 seasons before. But after they started winning multiple in a row, I wasn't really a fan of the Hawks. But Hossa, I definitely was okay with winning. The rest of them, not as much. Like, you being a Canucks fan, you probably know how much the Hawks were a pain in the ass to Canucks fans. So, okay, we'll make this all white. And we will make this red. And I don't know if I like these really at all. Whatever, it's the best I can do. And we'll put this, our logo. We don't have any logo that we can put on the sides. And font is the same font we just used, which was font number 21. And we will make this white and red. This is good. And I think that's almost good for that one. I don't know if I should make it actually 2 layers red. Yeah, maybe I will, because it looks a bit too much white. Yeah, it looks better, I think. Maybe not, actually. We're back up to 8 viewers. Welcome to anybody who's just joined or maybe hasn't talked yet. We're only probably going to be streaming for like another 10 minutes or so after I finish the Steam, maybe. I don't know. My voice is kind of going on me, so I don't know how much longer I will be streaming for, but like you can catch all the pretty much the entire stream afterwards, probably on my channel, so you can catch up on all that. And oops, I did not mean to do that to the font in the back. I meant to put this as white and not red. Oops. Okay, so we'll go red on this part. That's what I meant to do. And then we need to make this. That's good, ready. That's good. This needs to be white. And the other part needs to be red. And then that will be pretty much good for the fonts. Almost, except for the back of the number. Or not the back of the number, but the back of the helmet. And red as well. There you go. Perfect. Looks pretty good. Now we just need to get the helmet and equipment pretty much ready. Okay, so we'll make this black. And we'll put that logo on the side. There's that one. Did I put that on the wrong side again? I think I did. Let me just check. Yeah, I put that on the wrong side. I thought so. I'm so used to putting it on the opposite side, but whatever. So we don't want any logo on that side. We want it on that side, and bam. Yeah, that's accurate now. Okay, good. And oh wait, I went on the wrong jersey. Wait, what? Okay, now it was glitching out. Okay, let me go back. Because it was showing that I was still in the red jersey, but I was actually in the black jersey. Sometimes the jerseys don't load, I find. Or at least fast enough. Okay, so socks we used was sock 14. There you go. Just so we could have 3 color zones. Black again. And we'll use red and the gold and the white. And that looks good. Okay, I think that looks good for socks. Now we just need to get the helmet and the gloves, and then we need to get the arena built. And then I think that's probably all I'm gonna do after that. Guess because yeah, I've been streaming for almost up till it's almost 4. But like I said, I might eventually go into streaming more often. I don't know when now I will get time, but I definitely will be tweeting out when I do go live. So once again, if you aren't followed on Twitter, you could go follow me at Snipe and Score, and then maybe I'll go live again at some point in the next, I don't know, in NHL 21 at least I could say. I don't know when I will, but we'll find out. And let's see, black as well. And that is almost good for the gloves, I think. Yeah, it looks pretty good. And then that is all the equipment. And now we just need to do the arena, which is not Canadian Tire Center at this point, Corel Center, which I know pretty well because, like I said, I worked in the arena for quite a long time. So from 2013 to 2018. So if you went into any Sens games, I was at those probably working as a pizza cook. So we'll make this all white. That white as well, and this is white. Even though I don't think the walls are all white in Canadian Tire Center. And we'll go team colors there. Roof color, we'll set to gray. I remember when I was a kid, they actually used to drop stuff from the top of these like rafter type of things, which is kind of cool. Like they used to drop like prizes. And we'll put number 5 and black netting color. Burgundy seats, I definitely know that because I've sat in those seats so many times. We'll do, yeah, that's the good color. That's dark enough. It's like almost the perfect color. I think that's the one I used for the Washington jerseys, but I maybe not. I need to adjust these ones too. I think that looks good. Perfect, and that is good for those. What else do we got? So the seats, good. Stair color is already good color. Black railing, I know that for sure as well because I've used those railings a lot. And that is good. And then let's see what else we got here. Railing color is good, default that. And then goal horn is gonna stay the same. I don't remember what the line looked like back in these days, but I'll put it like that for now. And goal light, bam. And goal horn is gonna be, like I just said, the exact same as it's pretty much always been, which is pretty good. I really like this goal horn. It is a bit loud though. Okay, and that is good. So let's just add the rosters quickly to the Sens for now. Just because these guys are going to be placeholders while we get our rest of our players made eventually. And we need, oh, we don't need another goalie. There you go. So that is the jerseys for the Sens. Hopefully you like those, Landon, and people who are watching. So yeah, I think I'm going to pretty much wrap up this stream here. Thank you to any of you who have watched during this stream. I've had a lot of fun building these rosters, and I'm going to continue to do so probably after I end the stream. And yeah, I probably will put out this roster build, I'm guessing, in December, but I don't know for sure. Maybe January. I'll do like a whole like overview of every single player I built and all that sort of things. So yeah, hopefully you guys look forward to that. Otherwise, thank you so much for being here. Subscribe if you haven't yet, because we are very getting close to our 1K milestone, and I would appreciate that so much. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys maybe with another stream sometime in the future.